Hey, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much for joining me. Hey, guys. Happy Sunday. How's everyone doing? What time is it in your area? What time are you? Are you at night? Put a smile. Happy Sunday. Welcome. Omo, welcome. Ajibola, thank you so much, sis. How are you? Susan, welcome, everyone. Dear's World, I see you. Welcome, Jenny. How's everybody? In my how many years on being on YouTube, I don't think I've ever done a live stream this time of the day on a Sunday. This is literally Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. That's to tell you how serious this matter is. Yes, so Omoti, you see as the matter hold me for body, but oh Kamilara gidi gidi ni o. Olongbo. Oh Kamilara, like it really hold me for body. It took the grace of God for me to be able to package myself that yesterday, the way you saw me, Omoti alone. It took the grace of God because I don't know. We impacts, we have a way of the way things affect us, even for a total stranger that you've never met. Somebody you've never met before. I've never ever heard about this young lady until 3 days ago. But the way the news hit me yesterday, you would not believe it. It seems like I've known her or I'm a member of her family. Thank you. Some of you are in afternoon. Okay. In Egypt, it's 12:59. Oh, all right. Allow Miraji. Okay, it's 11:59. 59. Okay, we have the same time zone where you are. Okay, some people say it's 9:57 in Sydney. Oh, Australia. Wow. That's a good time for using it. Amisat, 3:57 a.m. Oh my goodness, what are you doing up at 3? That's just few minutes to 4 a.m. You shouldn't be up. Are you working? Lilia, I said it's 7 a.m. in your area. Wow. Where is that? Somebody said, Charles Uchendu said 11:57. That's the same time zone with me. Chi is 6:57. And that's in New Jersey. Wow. A drive through the city is 4:57. Wow. Thank you all so much for taking the time. Yeah, we don't usually have the live stream. And actually, I have another one set up for tonight. But you know what? I decided to do one first because when I woke up this morning, because yesterday I was really busy, it was my friend's, a close friend's 50th birthday. And, even though I heard the news yesterday morning, I just, because it's something that we've been waiting for. Yeah, it is draining. It is so depressing and draining. Yeah, Amoti, you're so right. It's very depressing. I felt it yesterday. I couldn't do much yesterday because even though I heard the news and I was deeply affected, like I said. I don't think since the issue of Osinachi, and we thought that Osinachi's zone was deep, Abby. Eh? We thought Osinachi's zone was deep. I don't think since the time of Osinachi, Osinachi's zone, it was layers upon layers. What happened between what that man called Peter Wanchuku, what he did to Osinachi was layers upon layers upon layers. And, people were talking about it. At a point, I had to just stop because it was beginning to affect me. But I know on this platform, there are some YouTubers that literally have a playlist on Osinachi's matter because there was just so much in that story. It was too much. And since then, we've had other cases, serious cases that, we've heard on social media, some we've talked about here. But I don't think I've seen anyone that is as deep as Osinachi's. Even I think this one is even deeper. Like the issue of this one, I don't know if you guys are following this on social media. I don't know if you guys you are seeing what my DM is filled up. Like I said yesterday, throughout, I was very busy with my friend's birthday and all that. Literally came home, won something. I was supposed to be in church But this morning I couldn't, Daddy Why is pissed off at me now that I didn't go to church. But I said, you know what? I just can't make it today. Well, I'm going to do my own church here today with you guys. Like, this is ministry. And we've got to just preach the gospel regarding why people need to safeguard themselves and live to live this morning. Yes, so Daddy Why was pissed. He was stormed out of the house because I didn't go to church. He's a minister, so he goes to church religiously every Sunday. Me, I'm the I'm the rebellious wife. See why so Synergy's one is learning compared to this one. I'm going to try as much as possible to diffuse it with a bit of humor, even though it's not funny. Please, guys, you know how we do it here, because this matter, it too much. They do my head in. See why? Like, it's literally thing they do my head in. It's doing my head in. It's too much, guys. What I've been seeing on social media, my DM is filled up with Obodo fam sharing different things with me. So I said, this one, the show that I set up for tonight will not cover half of even what we need to talk about on this matter. So I said, you know what? Since I'm Kuku the rebellious wife that didn't go to church today now, let's start ministry and do one now. Then later we'll do one. Amoti, if you see Daddy Why, please beg him. Kondariji wa. Konje bure. Tó bá dijọ́ Sunday tó ń bọ̀ á lọ. Tèní ò kò bọ́ sí. We can't go today. Please give this video a thumbs up as you are coming up. A lot of people are not thumbing up as they come up. Guys, please. Thumbs up, please. Give the video a thumbs up as you are coming in. Very, very important, guys. Thank you to all the new subscribers. My subscriber count is going up. We're on 87K, and that's very encouraging. I noticed in the past few weeks that people have been sharing videos. People have been thumbing up. In fact, a lot of the videos are now having like 1K plus thumbs up, which is really, really good. Thank you so much, everyone. God will bless you. As many of you that come into the studio every day to support what we are doing here. You don't know what you guys are doing, no? This is the work of God, though. This is the work of God, my people. Because as much as we want to talk about this couple tonight or this morning, we want to talk about Bimbo and Ikechukwu and this thing they call a marriage. Because me, I don't see any marriage for there. I don't see any marriage for there. This was not a marriage. This was like two people they put in a ring. You know, ring where they do boxing, where they fight, where they do wrestling. Now that place, now these two guys, it was a ring. Give me a second, please. Now boxing ring, now in the day. This one not be marriage. It was not a marriage. Never a marriage. My goodness. Like this matter, it's tie rapper. Yeah. Adewale, you said, Auntie B, I need to set a question poll on the chat asking if you have liked the video. If you don't know how to do it, Toby can help you. I don't know how to do it, oh, my dear. You know, I'm learning. All this YouTube thing, now small. All this social media thing. I don't know. I will ask Toby. So, my dear, the last show we did, we talked extensively about the issue of Bimbo and Ikechukwu. And all the wahala that have been taking place in this thing they call the marriage. My goodness. It's not a small thing. You know, to be honest, at that point, because we had that, they carried her to 10 different hospitals. They rejected her. If you hear that 10 hospitals, rejected somebody, would you have any confidence that there's hope for that person? The issue of hospitals in Nigeria rejecting patients when they are brought on emergencies, another thing that we need to address, but not today. I was discussing it with my friends yesterday when we were driving. You know, I said, how is it possible for an establishment that calls itself a hospital? You call yourself a hospital and you are supposed to be open for business, and your business is healthcare, to look after people. They will bring somebody, you will reject the person. Do you know how long it will take to drive from one hospital to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10 different hospitals? Do you know how many hours in Lagos with the traffic and everything? Wow. So that's another matter we need to talk about, but today is not the day. Today, we are going to unpick some of the things that have come to light about this. I don't know the name to call it. If you guys can borrow me an English to use, I don't know the English to use. In fact, I don't feel speak English safe. What we go call this one? Because this one not be marriage. I don't know the name to call them. So let's start from, make we start from the beginning. This we're supposed to be childhood sweetheart, Abby. But what we are hearing from this story now is that with all the pepper them they were doing on social media, notice me on social media doing celebrity couple, doing whatever you want to call it on social media, living for the gram, like this couple, you know, the couple goals and all that. Apparently behind this scene, they were a power couple on social media. You can see from their post. Guys, please keep liking the video as you are coming in. Thank you so much. Yes. Zena, 10 hospitals, yes. It was sad to hear the phone call to the sister. Honestly, all those hospitals should be held accountable. Yes. How do you qualify to call yourself a hospital that you are open to provide care and you cannot take an emergency situation? Then you are not qualified to be hospital. And I mean, when we are talking about the decadence in Nigeria, it cuts across education, healthcare, infrastructure, name it. Give me names. I better borrow me name. It's a charade of a marriage. Somebody said she's about to say it's a charade of a marriage. No, I don't even want that name marriage on it. Let's not put marriage on it because this was never a marriage. Ajibala says it's obsession. Yeah, that's close to it. Yeah, it was an obsession. Yeah, you know, when people have obsessive behavior, obsessive compulsive behavior, yeah, narcissist entanglement, I like that. Yeah, more than not even put marriage for the equation. Marriage is not even in this thing. So this couple on social media, they do power couple for social media, but behind the scene, my people, this was a union that was rooted in a lot. Behind the scene, cheating. When they talk cheating, you know, when we talk about cheating here, women are always talking about how, you know, it's not the fact that women who say they cannot tolerate cheating always say it's not the fact that they are even jealous, maybe their husband is sleeping with other people. It's the fact that they are afraid for their health. May they not go catch disease now. What do they fear them? It seems like a joke, bah. Yeah, it is delusional love affair. Yeah, shambolic cohabitation. Thank you, Feinwa. When I get all the names, when women they talk and for here say it's because of the fear. When a partner keeps sleeping around, what they will bring home. This is the fear. That's why they cannot put up with cheating or with people that are philandering in a marriage. It seems like it's a joke. But now we're finding out behind the scene that allegedly Ikechukwu caught HIV from one of his plenty girlfriends and baby mama and gave it to Bimbo. Now, don't hear that one. Ajibola, did you hear that one? That he caught HIV. Apparently, they say he has like 3 baby mamas. Yes, Stockholm syndrome. Moti, God bless you. Codependency. Una too no book. Yes, he was a carrier. He was a carrier from his philandering. Hey. Now let that one go talk. Behind the scene, I say Osinachi, as much as we thought that Osinachi's one was bad, this one, I can't get my head around the issues in this marriage. And that's why I said, you know, that show we set up in the evening, we'll dedicate to another side of the story that we will not talk about now. We have to pick it one by one. Okay? In the evening one, there's another area we will talk about. But now, let's talk about behind the scene of this so-called power couple. He was a carrier from cheating, philandering. Bimbo had 5 kids, yeah? 4 girls and a boy. And apparently, Ikechukwu had like 3 baby mama. This lover has been posting, no, about the baby mama. They even mentioned some names like Busayo, Tasha, Brandini, Amaka. Amaka has a son for him. In one of the arguments, when they were arguing, you can hear Bimbo shouting out and saying, because don't forget, say that they abuse each other. In fact, this thing, oh my God, I've never seen a thing like this before. And you know the irony of it, when we say we see a situation like this that shocks us to our bone marrow, even as deep as it is, there are still thousands of women out there in Nigeria who are going through similar experiences or worse. They will hear this story, they will remain in that situation. Trusting God that the person will change, trusting God that the situation will change, staying because of my children, staying because of this, staying because of that. So we saw in some of the videos, Kechuku ramping and like he was recording. Somebody said in the comment section earlier on that he was prepared, like he properly. Or later, something will happen. One of them go by. And most likely now, when 2 elephants they fight, now the grass goes suffer now. And when 2 people this kind of entanglement, now the weaker one, now you go always by. And the woman is always the weaker one. And that's why we're always saying, make una save una self. Make una save una self. Women, make una save una self. This is too much. This is too much, my people. So the family are talking now. The friends are talking. Bimbo herself is talking. All the things she's been saying, everything is coming to light now. Everybody's talking now. So let's just share some of the things here today. Now, then we'll talk about the rest later. This is what Bimbo is saying. Or this is what she had said. Said, I gave you more than I gave myself. So loyal to you that I betrayed myself. You know, in the last show, I was asking what she meant by saying, I want my pound of flesh. I want my pound of flesh. Remember? Now, I found out what it is now that she was saying. That we will talk about later on in the evening as well. Because that one too is deep. So, behind the scene, they say, this Ikechukwu, now so, both of them, they carry on the whole of the street. They know them. Apparently, say anytime they don't hear gbas for their house. Say if the place quiet, if there's no noise, they know he's not at home. Maybe he's traveled or he's gone out, and anytime he's at home, the whole street don't tire for their matter. They don't tire for their matter. They're saying they use drugs, apart from the DV and the cheating. Rituals. Now that one I shook me pass. Okay, make a fair read. Wait Bimbo friend talk. Sister confirmed it is all on this lover. If they find out, all the blogs in Nigerian blogs are having a feed day. So the allegation is that Bimbo has been carrying rituals to boost her husband's business. You know, I told you in the last show that they said that is Yahoo they started with. The so-called money that he has now for the automobile business started from Yahoo. Okay? So maybe the allegation they are saying now is that what they are saying now is that from Yahoo, he got money and then he entered this automobile business. And Bimbo is the one that was used to be fueling the business spiritually in terms of rituals. Okay? So the friend Gloria is the one that is talking, and she said she'll be carrying rituals for you, carrying useless demonic sacrifices for you to have riches. And she started seeing things. Aha. Francisca said Bimbo was used for rituals. Do you know what, Francisca? I believe it. And I will tell you why I believe it, Francisca. I will tell you in a minute when I read what the brother is saying, the younger brother of Bimbo, because a lot of people have been calling the family out saying, why didn't you take out? Why didn't you take out? If you knew it was this bad. I will read it, but let's read this one first from the friend called Gloria. They said that Bimbo started saying things. And then they said she had mental health problems. Say, doctor no kuku they fit diagnose darkness or demons. If somebody they battle with demons and evil spirits, which hospital get the telescope, or be the microscope, or be a scan or CT when they'll see demons? I'm not sure say they exist though. So they say she's been in and out of mental hospitals this year. You know, I also told you in the last show that Bimbo was calling social services to come and take her children, that she's no longer fit. For a woman to be calling, I mean, the length this girl went. If this is love, may we never see this kind of love in Jesus' name. I reject this kind of love. I rebuke it. I cancel it. It is not a healthy love. This is obsession. Is a compulsory, obsessive behavior that nobody could have taken her out of. And I'll tell you what the family say. Yeah, there was blood oath. Yeah, that's part of it. The brother said that that his family suspect that they had a covenant, a blood covenant. The friend went on to say that Bimbo will enter market barefooted with scattered hair. When the torment leaves her, when she's tormented, she'll be behaving like somebody that's lost her mind. But when the thing leaves her, Ikechukwu money will arrive. Plenty. And you should see the way he was saying, my house. This is my house. You want to deprive me of entering my house? During one of their numerous wahala, when they do basketballs for house, they fight. This is one of the videos. Like, he was properly taking evidence as well. They take evidence. That's why I say, if this is love, may we never see it. So these are all the evidence that he was collecting, saying that say Bimbo, that he too, he's a victim, that Bimbo is always breaking things in the house. She's always, breaking stuff, scattering the house. She does a lot of things. This woman was literally, when you hear possessed, she was possessed. Yeah. 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 It was a lot. It was a lot. So he's been taking videos of, because since the incident happened, and since yesterday when we got to know that Bimbo has died, 9, they come to release video. I mean, how does a man, a father, the woman you've been with for 22 years, married for 19 years, she was with you when she was 15, she just deletes. The next thing is that you go on social media and you are trying to exonerate yourself. You are releasing video showing proof, trying to debunk. I mean, we dey talk about narcissists here and Mongo Parks, but I mean, this one is on a scale that I haven't seen before. Like this is a narcissist psychopath. Honestly, your wife deletes. Not behind her, not be say travel, you know here, that you didn't know what happened though. Your wife deletes. This is somebody's daughter. There is somebody's mother. Even for the sake of your children, you won't say, for once, make her even quiet. Let me be sober for a minute and reflect. What have we done to ourselves? What have we done to ourselves? Instead, Mongo Park is busy releasing video up and down, debunking, getting his friends who are also into the same business that he's doing. Birds from the same feather flock together, right? He's getting all his friends to release voice notes, chats. It's too much on social media to exonerate him, to debunk everything that people are saying. Bimbo's friends and family are saying on social media, say that Ikechukwu is responsible for why Bimbo is no longer here. You don't even fear God. You don't even say, okay, may I take a minute to think this matter. No matter what, even if,
Fire.
and not people are never, completely blameless in all this. And I'm not saying that she was a saint, though. I don't talk say Bimbo na saints. Both of them were bad for each other. But when somebody don't delete, how do you come on social media and begin to say things? You begin to say things. How? The mother was involved. You see the video of Ikechukwu lambasting the mother, his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law. This, see? So not today she don't play with fire. Now see cutting. She don't set fire. Not be today she did set them. You know, see. This is another video where Ikechukwu had recorded and kept. Like I said, he has a lot of his receipts too that he's trying to show now that she too, she get for hand too. And I have no doubt, she get for hand too. But if a woman is crazy, a woman that has been with you since she was 15, it's because you made her so. It's because you've made her so. Childhood sweethearts. And I'm going to read what the brother said. Guys, my thoughts are all over the place. Like I said, this thing is too much. Let me finish reading what Gloria said. Gloria is Bimbo's friend, said, Bimbo will enter the market barefooted with scattered hair. When the torment leaves her, you will have loads of money. That's Ikechukwu is talking to now. We told her to run. Took her to MFM for deliverance. I told her to run to the church. We talked and talked and talked. She no hear. She refused to carry the last ritual, the last sacrifice. And when she didn't, his auto shop was demolished. So he started having problems in his business. That is what this person, this is Bimbo's friend now. Yeah. Everything she did, all this one. Which kind of human being that is normal when your head correct? Go just wake up one day, say, okay, the next thing for me to do now to light fire for my own house. And this is a mother that has children, and we know no matter how bad a woman is, when it comes to their children, we always put the children first. The children in their house, but she didn't care. This is to tell you how damaged this girl was. She don't care. You know, so she did light fire up and down for house where they live. What would drive a woman to the point of, see all the cutting, everywhere. You get another video when Ikechukwu record, you see outside fire. She did light fire. Not be today she don't toy with this fire. No wonder now the fire still delete her. Last. Because she's been toying with it. Yeah. So she refused to carry the last ritual and his shop was demolished. And that when she was asking for a pound of flesh, people were wondering, saying, what did she mean? There was no redemption for her. No redemption. If only she had gone for those deliverance sections. They tried to make her go for deliverance section. They told her to go to MFM. They told her to go for deliverance because of the rituals that she's carried. This thing is so, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm lost for words. And I'm not somebody that's usually lost for words, though. But it's so demonic, like it's so the spiritual aspect of, if you want now, which part you want to talk finish now, the spiritual aspect we go talk about. I've been at the physical aspect we go talk. I've been at the mental aspect. I don't even know. It's so, I don't know, my people. I don't know the word to use. It's too much. It's too much. That's why I say maybe we not use marriage, because if we are saying marriage, we are doing a disservice to marriage. This is not marriage. This was an obsessive relation with someone that had, or that has is a narcissist, not just a narcissist, it was a psychopathic one. Yeah. Psychopathic narcissist. Yes, an entanglement. A very, very bad entanglement. Vicky is saying Igbo marriages are turning to something else every time. Now only them they marriage, their marriage is safe. Though. Now wow, my people, this one I pass my power. You see video of where the mother-in-law intervened. If you see the way this Ogbonna Kechuku was talking to the mother-in-law, the total lack of respect for an elderly woman, oh, the way he was yabbing her. I say, someone that is old enough to be your mother, now you they insult like this. Now you they talk to like this. And Bimbo still remain in the marriage. That's why I tell you that this one not be ordinary eye. There was something that tied them together. So I'm going to read what the brother said. Somebody on social media said, so why didn't your family help her out? Why did you allow her to stay there till she deletes? Now the brother can reply, say, we did everything. This matter didn't start now. It started when she was 18 years old. Bimbo was dropping out of school and giving all her school fees to Ikechukwu. And the guy said, I was just a kid then. She's older than me with 10 years. And the family will lock her up. They even offered to pay Ikechukwu off just to stay away from her. But he did not agree till he got her pregnant. We took her to another state, but they didn't give up on each other. He sent her a message that if she didn't come back to him, that he himself go buy. So she ran all the way from Abuja to come back to Lagos to be with him. She used to give all her school fees to him. All right? Yes, Ruthie's Kitchen, you are right. They had a note, yeah. Usually all this, when they watch all these Yoruba movies, you will see most times when they get into all this spiritual stuff, that they start doing rituals, there's usually an oath that you cannot leave, that tie them together. Yeah, somebody is saying something about Anikulakpo. Anikulakpo film on a minor to this one. One-sided selfish love is not it. When you are always the one giving, it's not a healthy relationship. Absolutely. So let me continue to read what the brother was saying. This is the extent that the family went to save this girl called Bimbo, this woman called Bimbo, with 5 solid children who are still alive today. And in all their years of existence, this is all they know. This is what their parents did. And you can imagine how traumatized those children. the kind of PTSD and all the things they will be suffering. A mother that was totally out of it. And a father that is not just a narcissist, but he was demonic, ritualist, and name it. So they took her to Abuja. She came back to Lagos. They took her to rehab, my people. It didn't work. And the brother said, the truth is, this has been going on since she was 18 years. That the family are suspecting that they took a blood covenant because she kept running back to him. IVD is known for visiting different herbalists, and the family has proof. As a matter of fact, they went to a herbalist in Badagry. How many of you know Badagry here? I know Badagry. I used to go to Badagry to braid my hair back in the day when I was in uni in Obafemi Awolowo University. Yes, I finally found the word I've been looking for. Spiritual body. Yeah, it's dark and demonic. Yeah, that's the word I've been trying to articulate. That is not coming to my head. Their entanglement was dark and demonic. This is not a marriage. And the brother went on to say, I will come back to the issue of the rituals that they went to do in Badagry. I'll touch on it in a minute. I have explained countless times on the comment section how do you think an entire family would just watch one of us suffer like this? We took her to rehab. We took her to another state. We locked her up. We locked him up. She stole from the family to feed IVD. When he had no money, she was 18 years old when she ran out of the house to be with him. She dropped out of school and gave this fool all her school fees. That's why I say, if this is love, may we never, ever experience this kind of love in Jesus' name. No. Yeah, because she didn't love herself. She lost herself completely. Bola said she lost herself completely in the marriage. She did not love herself. You hate to judge. Okay. Do you know why? Let me explain it to you, Bola. Why she lost herself in the marriage. How many of you remember your first love? When you were only a teenager and you fell in love, did you not think that would be the rest of that would be the only person you'll be with for the rest of your life? I remember my first love. If somebody had told me that I would not marry that person that time, that year, you would be ready to anybody that stand in your way. In fact, you are ready for them. So she's giving everything in her life to this marriage. This marriage was everything she has. As a matter of fact, one of the ladies that was called out on social media, I think it's Mercy AK or something, that I think this lover had mentioned her that is one of IVD's side chicks. She made a live video. Somebody sent it to me. In fact, my DM, I have not gone through half of it. What people have been sending me. And she said that when she had a car, she bought a car from IVD and found out that it was a car that, it wasn't a good car. The car was having problems. Apparently, it was a car that had an accident that he patched and sold to her. They started having issues. She said that it was Bimbo that intervened in that situation. It was Bimbo that was begging her, calling her regularly not to go on social media because she's a celebrity, right? She has millions of people following her, so that she will not wreck his marriage, his business. Because if someone like Messi, who is a Big Brother winner, I think, very, very famous in Nigeria, if she goes on social media and start calling him out that, he's 419, then people will not patronize his business. She said Bimbo did everything. As a matter of fact, she intervened to the point that they became friends. And I think she was very unhappy in that video because she was saying that, she said a lot of things about how she didn't have anything to do with the guy, that it was only purely a business arrangement. And for some reason, I believed her. I don't know. There was just something that was sincere about that video that I kind of believed what she was saying. She was, for somebody to be laying curses on themselves like that, I don't know, but I believe that, it was a business arrangement. That's just my personal opinion about that. First love. Yes. How many of you think back before you say anything about Bimbo, whether she didn't love herself, whether she was, she lost herself. Think about your first love, how it is shock you. Your first experience of love. This was a young girl running away from home every day. IVD had nothing. So it is so funny to me now that everything that they acquired during the course of the marriage, when he's talking, they say, in my own house. In my own house, everything is me, 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 me. So she had no part in all this cook soup that you've acquired. 22 years of her life dedicated to building you. Remember how she said that I built you and I neglected myself. And that was the focus of the show we did last time. Why you should always put yourself first. Stop building other people and build yourself first. Look, if there's anything called money ritual, and this is not a campaign or this is not a debate about whether money ritual is real or not. We're not going to get into that because I don't want to be sidetracked, or I don't want to lose my chain of thought. As it is, my thoughts are all over the place. Huh? Timothy, you say they believe all these ladies. Make I read what you talk. I know they believe all these ladies. Destiny Tico said so many curses at that time. She even used her mama swear. At the end of the day, it turned out to be Lori. Oh, thank you, Timothy, for making me laugh. But she was just so sincere. I'm a very trusty person, so no blame me if I believe her. I do trust people quite a lot. I don't know why. I too they trust. She was so sincere in that video, so I kind of believed her. But I hear what you are saying, Timothy. Right. Let's get on. The family did everything they could to take her out. She wouldn't leave. So I was saying, this is childhood sweetheart. A union that was based on love, passion. It is we against the world. Me and you against the world. So you think when you are in that kind of love, even your family will become your enemy. You say, hey, my mother. Remember when I used to have my first love, when my mom would be saying, if I see you again, you leave this house. I was fighting my mother saying, you don't want me to love. Your family will become your enemy. But looking back now, how many of you remember? Looking back now to that person who you thought is the person that you spend the rest of your life with, you love them so much, they love you so much, you will just see that they are a pack of rotten tomatoes. And you thank God for your life every day. So when I look at Bimbo and everything she went through, 22 years. We also established in my last video that when you have fought against everybody to prove yourself that you are in the right relationship, now you spend the rest of your life trying to prove that point. And they said Bimbo, she fought many battles though. And that is why when you see how I titled the show that I have for tonight, I say she's at peace now. And she's resting. Let her rest. IVD, please let her rest. Let her rest. She's resting. The battles that this young lady fought, they're too many. They're too many. Oguaye, 20, 40 people. Only one person. Now they fight all these things. Only one person get all this wahala. One person. If you think you've seen enough, they will tell you another. It was a house of commotion. House of commotion. She's at peace now. Yeah. She's at peace. She's at peace. It hurts. Even for those of us that don't know her, I've never even heard about this lady until a few days ago. You cannot imagine the level of pain that I felt yesterday. Do you know why? Because she's a woman. She's a mother. She's somebody's child. It's just the how unfair the situation was. How unfair. Yes. Some of you have an insight, you have an understanding to what I'm saying. Flaky Mom said she's obsessed with the fear of rejection because of what she invested in the marriage. Yeah. She wants to be right. But I always say it here. You don't need to use your life to prove a point. Yeah. You made a mistake, fine. Own it. I made a mistake. But I'm not going to spend the rest of my life trying to prove them, wrong. No, don't use your life to prove a point. Unfortunately, I don't think this was Konshojula song. This is not ordinary eye Konshojula song. Konshojula song. There's a lot of things that went on. The brother said that Ivd'S was always going to native doctors, Babalawo, Badagry. So our sister here was saying something about Badagry. Badagry, if you know Badagry, those people, the kind of juju where they do, in Nigerian juju, they learn work. The things I've heard, I never go, I've been to Badagry to go and pray there, but the things I've heard about Badagry, they learn work. Nigerian people say they be ritualists for Nigeria, all those babalawo where they say do jazz, where they say they do rituals. They say Nigerian one, they learn work for where Badagry on day. Benin Republic as a whole. Then another level of spirituality or spiritualism. I don't know what to call them. Jazzism, whatever you can call it. 9 those people there. Oh. So it was a house of commotion. A house of commotion. But what are they learning? What can we learn from it? Again, at the end of the day, after all said and done, we're after the learning. What can people take away from this story? Lessons. Because like I said, women in Nigeria, there are so many women in Nigeria. Thousands of women who are currently going through similar situations. Some will leave, some may never leave. Yeah. And that's a voodoo is officially recognized in Benin Republic. You see? Yeah, I hear that over there they do it on a scale that is scary. Yeah. Yeah. You see, her family were the ones that even had money. I saw a video today and the boy was recording. I wanted to even share it with you. Maybe I'll share it with you tonight. I'll bring it and share it with you tonight. And the guy was recording. He said, this is my girlfriend. See my room. I don't get anything. This my girlfriend no follow Yahoo boy. Now love with love. With a build. And you know follow Yahoo boy. Now love with a love. And they roll my eyes. You never ever know the character of anybody until they have money. Shebina so Ivd'S taste that. Now the same kind of love, one room kind of love. They give you school fees. You go, they give them to boyfriend because love, they shack you. They carry your school fees, give you. The mother was telling Ivd'S categorically that all her children are educated. They went to school. They are successful. As a matter of fact, I hear that the senior sister is married to a very big guy in Abuja. They have, when they say big money, not be change, they are wealthy. Remember how Bimbo was saying in our last show, we talked about how she was saying that it's my sister's husband that was funding us. My mother gave us our first car. But today now, when money don't come, you need to see the way Kechuku was saying, my house. Imagine, Bimbo locked me out of my house. This is my house. I say, eh? So Now you can't get her now. It's not be us again, no. Don't forget the days of little beginning. Hmm? So before you use money when they give you to pay school fees, make una they tell on teenage daughters, oh, because I don't grown women still they do more. Not only teenagers, oh. You think it's only teenagers, but it's not. Grown women too do it. We still have women today that work and collect their salary and hand it over to daddy wa, all in the name of love and marriage. That is the only way they sustain the marriage. If they don't hand over their paycheck, there's no marriage. Yes. This is the way. It literally is like they are buying the love. When you have to pay somebody to love you. It wasn't like this when they started now. The love was sweeting her now. You think it was like this? No, I don't think it was like this when they started. Mm-mm. It wasn't. It was endless love. That kind of teenage love is very sweet. Unapologetically me said Bimbo was lured into all these dark vices due to her self-destructive, obsessive love for the man. All those covenants run deep. Thank you. Got some people that are spiritually inclined here. They run deep, and you cannot live unless she's strong spiritually and break it. That's why her friends were telling her to go for deliverance. Okay, I'm sharing my link. I don't talk for almost 1 hour now. I'm going to take some calls. Let's focus on lessons, please. And I beg you, my people, you know the words when we know they use on this platform. Try not to use those words because they always give me problems. On this platform, YouTube does not like some words. Try to paraphrase. If you can't speak in pidgin English, it's even better. The algorithm know they fit pidgin English. I beg. Mona, help me. All right. Amoyem, I saw you in the comment section. You were the first, but I can't see you again. Come back so that I can take your call. But let me take Dami first. Tell me where you are calling from and what you have to say. Hi, Dami.
Hi, Auntie B. Good morning. I'm calling from Canada, from Regina, Canada.
What time is
Um,
it over there today?
it's 5:49.
And you are awake already. Well
I,
done.
I was up doing some work, and like, to be honest, this whole story has been um it's been really disturbing.
Yeah.
So it's actually one of the things that has kept me up. There are a few things to note. First of all, I'm a young person. I'm not married. And the first thing, as you rightly said, in your last video, you talked about the fact that the that you insinuated that there was more to this when she said, she kept saying her pound of flesh, her pound of flesh,
Yes. Yes.
and being with somebody at such a young age, your first love, she clearly did not have her own identity. I wish there were younger people, that listen to your platform. Like, I'm talking about, the 16-year-olds, the 17-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, that you feel like that relationship is do or die. I won't say I was in a relationship like that, but my first love, was, I felt like this person was cheating on me, but I just felt like, it's us against the world. And, you tend to isolate yourself. And to have she basically based her identity on him.
Mm-hmm.
So she became dependent on him.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a problem with people that even don't take time to date themselves. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
those people that are constantly jumping from one relationship to the other. I'm currently 32 now, and I can just imagine if I'd gotten married at maybe 22 or 25, I'm a totally different person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more self-aware. I know I know who Dami is. So I would say that, as a young person, this is a lesson. The lesson I learned from this is know yourself. Because she was so dependent on him, she had built her identity around him. She had dropped out of school because of him. So all the things that would make you naturally independent
Mm-hmm.
was gone. So it was like, how do you start over again? How do you leave a relationship and you're saying, you're looking to meet somebody and you're not explaining that the reason I did not go to school is because of my, it was obvious that her world was built around him.
Yeah.
It's really, really, the whole situation is, I mean, it's so toxic. There's a video that I that I saw of them, they were fighting each other, and there was blood everywhere. Like, and it was like they had cooled down from the fight, so they were all just standing there. And I'm just like, this seems like a normal occurrence. I can only imagine what those children go through.
Yeah,
Those children need both deliverance and therapy,
yeah.
like, and another thing too that I want to say is we need to stop glorifying certain things in our communities, because it's now that katakata has burst that we're now knowing that all these things that have been going on. There are some things I'm like, this is alarming. We're just talking about DRUG casually. Like, this is alarming. These are very, very, very serious issues, you know. And
Hmm, hmm.
when you're now playing with drugs and you're playing with the spiritual component of things too, you're carrying, like, what are we doing?
Carrying rituals.
What are
How do
we
you carry a
doing?
rituals to enrich somebody? Because you think, when she said, Dami, if you listen to the last show, she said, I thought that she said, I neglected myself building you, and I didn't I forgot to build myself, thinking that when you get there, when you get up, you would lift me up. Those were her exact words.
It's,
Why do you carry rituals? If there's anything called money rituals, why don't you do it for yourself? Why do you need to do it to build business? Because he's
but
your husband. I mean, is
Auntie,
there a law against you carrying the rituals for yourself? She said that,
honestly,
oh, we'll go into that later in the evening. It's deep, oh, my darling. It is deep.
Auntie,
The
trust
chat.
me, I've been
Did you
following
read the
this.
chat on Insta, and what's it called, on Insta blog? No, not
I've
Insta
followed
blog.
the
On
I
Gist
followed the
Lover.
whole thing. I listened to because the
The
brother had
the
an if
WhatsApp chat. She said that when they went to the Babalawo, they said she's the one that has glory. And she was capitalizing on that name, Abimbola. What is the meaning of Abimbola? She was saying that when they went to Chineke, this thing is deep, my dear. The length that these two people went for this wealth that they acquired, and incidentally, now the wealth is what has ruined them now. It is what destroyed them. So be careful what you wish for sometimes.
do you know what I think about this, Auntie B? Is the fact that I also think that when the devil gives you something, it's usually for a short period of time, and it will when it comes
Hmm.
to collect, he will collect in a thousandfold. I think that this is also a consequence of the actions that they have taken and all those things that they have done. This is part of it, because at the end of the day, I don't know how this guy is going to, except for the grace of God. I'm a firm believer. I don't know how he's going to come out of this. But what is also sad, and what is also very sad, is that somebody will still date him with
Of
all
course.
this, with all this skinny, someone with coconut head, that will not listen. Will
Nigerian
still,
women,
he will still
they
find,
don't care. Oh.
he will
Hmm.
find somebody that will date him, find someone that will marry him, like, and to be this whole thing. Like, I even listened to the because the live with Daddy Freeze, and the brother had a lot to say.
Oh,
The brother,
he came out. The brother spoke.
oh yeah, 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 he came out to talk, and so the children were not in the house, so that's wrong. They're actually in boarding school. He said the name of the school, which I thought was inappropriate, but you know, um, the children are in boarding school. And the person that was in the house, I think is like a junior cousin or something, that was in the house, like, and a few other people, but the children were not, were not, um, in the house. They were in school. And to be, I feel like the people that really need to hear this are not really here. So people my age and younger need to really hear this, because sometimes the way we glorify certain things and justify those things, because of money, wealth, whatever the case may be, because of love, because some people have very skilled understanding of what love is. You want somebody that is aggressive and is fighting for you, and at the end of the day he uses that same aggression on you. Like, Auntie B,
Thank you, my
it's
darling.
so painful.
Mm. I feel you. I feel you, my darling. Dami, thank you so much for your contribution. Try and get some rest, my dear. God bless you. Thank you so much. Guys, please keep the likes up. Keep the likes up. We have only 200 likes and we have 979 people watching at the moment. Keep the likes up. Thank you so much, my darling Dami, for opening the show for us. Yeah, it's very, very important that young people, unmarried people, or people who are seeking to marry, especially the younger ones who are more, susceptible to manipulations and things like this, get to know that this one is not love. Oh. This one is not love. This is an obsession. It is, I don't know, it is too much. This is not love. It's not love. Right. We're moving on very quickly. Faye, please unmute yourself and tell us where you're calling from.
Auntie B, good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm calling from Dublin.
Welcome. What do you have to say?
Thank you, Auntie B. Auntie B, this particular situation is so painful, so pathetic. Just as you are confused, that's how so many of us who have followed the story from 2 years ago when it actually started in 2020 or when it actually went viral in 2020 was when most of us actually caught, the whole thing. And then again, like every DV situation, it always end up in situations like this. And sadly, so one of the person, because a situation like this is like survival of the fittest, and the weakest link always goes. This
Yeah.
particular situation is different from all the DV situations we've had, all the DV situations we know. This one is just different. The level of toxicity is overwhelming that you can't just wrap your head around it. Now, let's even leave this to, sorry to say, some people might find this particular statement, on the, or, not pleasant, but let's leave these two stray adults aside, two stray wayward adults like I feel they are, because how do you begin to salvage those children's mental health? The five innocent kids who did not ask for any of this, who did not ask to be part of this, how do you begin to help them? How? Because this man and this woman, they knew what they did, they knew what they were, what they have between the two of them. But what about those children? If you listen to what the brother said on Daddy Freeze's show, he said the guy because the child was, I think maybe one of the time the guy was, on his regular
Yeah,
stuff to the wife. I don't.
we're
Yeah,
focusing on the Faye.
yeah,
Let's focus on the lessons here. I know
yeah.
that a lot went because we cannot even.
Yeah,
It's too some of it is too heavy.
it's too heavy. You know, how do we help the children? What do we gain from this? How do we as women avoid situation like this? Like I would say, like this was an obsession. Obviously, she was young, but we women should learn to just move on. Any situation that we know that is not safe, especially for the children and ourselves first, because one thing, you have to be alive to be able to take care of your children, because some women will say, I stayed because of my kids, I am staying because of my kids. If I leave, what becomes of my children? If you die, what becomes of your children? Now that she's gone, who
Let
takes
me
care of those children?
Faye, somebody, this is not the first time I'm hearing it, that the way he talks, this IVD talks about his children, and this is what Dami is also re-emphasizing here in the comment section that, oh, I forgot to mention that he's disassociative when he's talking about his children. Like, he talks about
Yes,
his children as if
as
they are not
her
his own.
children. Yes, as her children. And he said that the wife has, turned the minds of his children against him. So he refers to them as her children. The man, to me, never really loved the wife. He was only preying on her weakness. And her weakness was her obsession for him. She started following this guy
Right.
when she was 15. She was young. Like you rightly said, at some point, we all at some point were in love with our first love, and it felt like if it's not this person, it's never going to be anybody. But when we moved on with life, we realized that sometimes you see your ex and you'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? Who the hell
what
is that?
what did
You know
I
that kind of
see
a
in
thing.
him?
Like, yeah,
What did I
was
see
I
in
was I
him? Or what did I
yeah,
see in
was
that
I so
person?
I actually dated this person, and at some point I was like, I was in love with this person, but it was our mind at that time. But this lady, unfortunately, never had that opportunity to move on from this guy. He has been our everything. So he preyed on our weakness. The thing is, the thing I have to say for younger folks is, when you see the red flag, walk away. If the younger folks cannot, we that are adults who are around our younger ones, or our daughters, or our friends, or our younger siblings who we see that they're going astray, we should do more. I feel, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to fault the sister, because there's so much you can do for a stray cat. If a cat is stray, a cat is stray. There's so much you can do for that person. And when you get to your weekend, you just say, you know what? You're an adult. Make your decision on your own. But we should try more to
Did
try
you
to
not
talk
see
to
the
our
ladies that brought
people.
her back? You didn't see
Yeah,
that video, Faye? That
yeah,
old ladies
yeah.
that brought her
That
back
we're
and said,
telling
"This
her,
is
oh,
your
you are
home.
Mrs.
You are not
That was
going anywhere. You are
2020.
here
That
to
was 20.
stay."
Auntie B, that was 2020 when she left. After the guy beat her into coma. Sorry, after, I don't want to be using those words because of YouTube regulation. After the guy brushed her, you understand, into coma. You get it? Like, bringing a woman back after that kind of situation, and the family stood aside to let that happen. No. Which kind of marriage be that? Marriage no be do or die, but lately people are making it seem like a do or die thing. Now, sorry, Auntie B, I don't want to hold you, but I saw in the comment section there was a little fight. Somebody mentioned it's an Igbo thing. It's not. This is not limited to an Igbo thing. This is a
No, it's
general
not.
thing.
It's
DV is
not.
not limited to Igbo. Broken marriages is not limited to Igbo. Me, I'm from Delta, but then again, it's a general thing. We should not make it be,
You know the reason why people are saying that. There's a reason why people are saying that, and I can
okay.
totally understand that. It's because all the ones that have made it to social media, this sensational one like Osinachi's zone, he was an Igbo man.
Yeah,
This is another Igbo
yeah,
man. So you can't help but
true.
wonder.
One true though, but we
You see
should
what I'm
just
saying?
try to walk
It's not
away.
that it's
Yeah,
limited to your Igbo men only.
yeah,
And
we should try to
it's
walk
just
away.
the truth is that
And
a lot of all these men,
yeah,
they shouldn't even be married. They shouldn't even be, because they don't even know the first thing about what it means to be a husband or to be
to be
married.
true,
Most of them,
true.
tó bá gbọ́ pé orí èèyàn ò pé, orí wọn ò pé, orí wọn ti dàrú, orí wọn ti dàpàrú, orí wọn ò
But
pé.
actually,
I'm
how do you
telling
know
you,
when?
it's the truth.
How do you expect them to know when they are so much in love with the fella? They're in love. Like, how do you expect them to know? They're not thinking when.
You are in love with somebody that is mad,
Yeah, they don't
that
know.
is
See,
literally
Anthony,
okay. Okay,
literally
Faye,
mad.
the
The guy
level
is
of,
mad.
let me tell you how bad this thing is. Okay, let's say that, okay, they were bad for each other. Bimbo is not an innocent. She's not innocent. She had only
No,
Tielo.
she
Well, let's
wasn't,
agree that
Auntie B. She wasn't. Yeah,
yes, let's agree on that. I do agree with that. Oh no, need Tielo, because Ikechukwu showed videos where, she did a lot of things
yeah.
as well.
A lot of stuff. Yeah,
But
yeah.
how do you lose somebody that you claim to be your wife? A woman you've been with for 22 years. And because of
And
an
you go on
incident
the
that
internet.
happened, you go on
Mm.
the internet and you are trying to exonerate yourself. That's the first thing you do. You go
But
on the
Auntie B,
internet
I
to
just
prove your
said it.
point.
Auntie B, I just said it. The man wasn't in love with this girl. He was only preying on her weakness, which is her love, her obsession for him. Like, she was the weaker one. Like, he knows that this woman would do anything. She said it. I betrayed myself for you. He knows that this woman will go, she will cross the ocean for him without even a second thought. If he says jump, she will ask how high. You understand? So he prayed on that. And now, when she passed, she's nothing to him. Like I said, this man has been stepping out. He keeps stepping out. He had
But
three or
have
two
you
kids
forgotten the
outside the
part where
marriage.
they said that he's a carrier? You've forgotten that part,
Yeah.
Faye.
Oh,
That
for a user. Yeah, for a
he brought,
user, what do you expect, and to be?
he
You are
brought,
into social, I understand.
okay,
You're into
let's just
social
say that
work.
Bimbo too, like we
Yes,
already
ma.
established, oh no, need here lower. If somebody
True.
that you call your husband, the father of your 5 children, goes outside and go and bring a disease and give you like that to
Yeah.
infect you, Is that not enough for you to behave like somebody that to lose
Somebody
your
that
mind?
needs
Something you
that
didn't
has
gain for.
okay.
Like
Auntie B,
this
what
kind of
about the
funny
video?
man she's been with all her life,
Auntie B, what about the video he released by himself that he was threatening
my
to
dear.
beat that old woman? That's to tell you the animal the guy is. That's to tell you the kind of person. And you went on to keep living with that kind of a human being, a man who has threatened to beat my mother. Abba now. Forget to know the happen now.
Yeah.
You man don't threaten to brush your mama. You can't still stay that
That's why they
married.
talk.
Ah,
Now why they
waiting.
talk say not be ordinary hand be that? Hmm.
Well,
Now,
yeah,
now why
but
they
now
talk
she
say
has
not be
paid the
ordinary
ultimate
hand?
price. She has paid the
Hmm.
ultimate price, which is avoidable. And then again, the lady, like I said, she's not seamless because you don't that thing
Hmm.
where they put this thing for stove for your body. What do you
Shay, your
expect?
internet is not I think you're on the road, so your connection is breaking up now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Auntie B. I say person wey pour that thing where they take the light, where they take the cook. I don't want call am because of YouTube this thing. What
Hmm.
did she expect? You pour that kind of thing for your body, then what do you expect? What
Thank
did
you,
she
my
really?
dear. I mean, I hear you. Hmm.
Auntie B, the children is really who I think in the whole of this whole thing, the children are the ones who is at the weak end. Like now them now go just suffer for waiting they no ask for. And by God's grace, they find help, and help comes to them because it's so sad. And we women make we dey try make we waka comot from anything where we say it go cost our life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Nobody is worth it. Nobody is worth it. Thank you, Auntie B.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my darling. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate your contribution. That's Faye from Dublin. Ah, my dear. Think am well, oh. The issues, oh. Everybody they talk say, okay, she get for hand too. If somebody can infect you, how would you feel? No. Sometimes for you to understand, what people are going through, you need to literally put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in their position. Hmm? Oh, when I say the English where they speak, oh, so both of them not even go school. They ended up not going to school on top of all this money where they say they get. They ended up not going to school. I see all the plenty English where they break, they won't scatter person head.
Hello.
Valerie,
Hi, Auntie B
hi, where you joining us from?
from the US.
You're welcome. People are saying a lot about Igbo people here today. Oh, glass ceiling shatter. Say Auntie B, it's time to call the Igbo men against this manner of psychopathic abuse. And somebody earlier on said, I will allow you to talk in a minute. Let me just read this comment very quickly because there's a
Hmm.
lot of very interesting comments in the comment section that we cannot even go through half of them because of time. Yeah. Uh yeah, somebody also said, I think it's Bio that said it, that so Igbo they carry first for DV. It makes sense because women also say that the most caring Nigerian men, because they usually spend on their women. Hmm. I mean, what I would just say in this is time for people to be discussing this in their town hall meeting. If you do all those their town, if you're an Igbo person, you're in those town hall meeting. Every community have you always have all this association. It's time to start talking about it because what I see is that, and this I can say is that a lot of Igbo men are very emotional. Anger is an emotion, but
Hmm.
it's a destructive emotion. Mhm. So before you see any man with a beating wife, it get anger problem. You understand? So these are the things that we need to be talking about. Is the anger. What is leading to it? The need to control. The need to control. Uzo is begging on behalf of all her kinsmen. Who say, I bet man take her easy on Igbo. Remember her own husband is a good Igbo man. So Uzo is begging. Valerie, go ahead, my darling.
Oh
What do
yeah,
you have to
so
say?
I'm Igbo myself. My husband's actually also Igbo, so I don't know. Everyone shouldn't just base it off of tribe. I'm not really the one to get into those type of conversations. So
Mhm.
my own thing I think about this is like I started thinking about Annie Dubia and her husband.
Mm,
That, you know, that 15-year-old young love, puffy love. And it just
mm,
started
mm.
making me think that maybe when people are getting into these relationships as at early ages, they're not developing emotionally. So I was like, okay. But this situation, I'm not going to compare it to Two Face, because obviously I don't know what happens in their home. But that idea of people getting to relationships without developing emotionally is very important, because even as you get older, if you don't develop yourselves emotionally in your relationships, there's don't get into relationships, because then you're going to see yourself not being able to grow, and you'll see yourself passing those same traits to your children. Because I remember I was talking to my friend one time. She said when you're in a marriage, the main thing is that you guys are growing, but you're not bumping into each other. So like you're growing like a tree.
Somebody knows Ikechukwu here. Oh.
Oh wow.
Valerie,
Yeah.
Ruthie is saying that even after I don't marry and Ikechukwu knew, he was always in my DM asking me to let him know anytime I enter Nigeria. He never
Mm-mm.
had anything nice to say about his wife. That guy, na demon, I beg.
No,
Ruthie, you need to come
the
into the
guy is
studio. I'm sharing
narcissist.
my link. Come and tell us what you know about this
No,
couple.
the guy is a
I
complete
beg.
narcissist.
Go
This
ahead.
story, he's a narcissist, because even when he was talking about his children, he was mentioning her children, not our children. Like, so he's already been dissociated with the family. He's on his own. Even what he was posting
Yeah.
after her death, it was just I felt very sick. I don't know. This situation is not sitting with me spiritually. Like, there's more to this story that even meets the eye, because I want to see
Uh-oh.
how this guy's
Your internet is not very good, Valerie. I'm
Oh,
afraid
can
it
you
keeps
hear
cutting
me?
off.
Can you hear me?
Uh-oh. Do
Oh
you want
wow.
to check your internet?
Yeah,
It's cutting off. We're not hearing you
let me
properly.
join again. Let me join again. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, sorry about that, Valerie, but your internet was just, and it finally kicked you out. It was breaking. So if you have a better connection, please come back because I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say. Mba, you are next. Where you joining us from? I would like to hear from brothers though. No brother is showing today. What's happen? Mona come. Oh, how can we help brothers with anger management issues like Ikechukwu and Peter Nwachukwu, and the list is endless. What can we do to help them so that they will stop deleting our sisters? This is too much. Welcome, Mba.
Good morning, Queen B. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
You know, I try to, because this kind of issue sometimes I know a lot of people be triggered by, right? I'm one of those people. Like I try not to imagine myself in it too much because, of course, we all know what it is, right? But the thing that I want to talk about is like at one point in our life as a parent, right? Um, I think, and I know every parent is doing their best to give their children the best life that they can possibly have, right? There are some children, like even at the end of the day, everything that you do might not be enough for them because again, you don't know, where you go wrong or something will just be like a switch in a
Mm-hmm.
child. Maybe when
Yeah.
when they are growing up, and it might not show up until they become an adult, right? Because in this kind of situation with these two people, clearly there's a lot of things that is going on in their personal life individually that is um, it has a lot to do with their mental status. Okay,
Yeah.
there's something in them, the male and the female, that happened somewhere in their growing age that
Mm.
now becomes like poison for each other, because they are poison for each other. And the amazing part of this situation is this woman have 5 children with him, right? And when
Mm-hmm.
we are, in real life, especially for women, we self-betray ourselves a lot
Mm-hmm.
just because we want to um satisfy somebody, just because we want our marriage to look good, just because we want the relationship to look good. So along the way, we self-betray ourselves all the time. And not only that, we self-betray, and then when we self-betray, there's nobody to help or resolve that self-betrayal. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then that would turn into resentment, because again, it's like somebody keep hurting your feelings. How the person is making you feel, you don't like it. That is, let me explain self-betray. somebody's doing something to you over and over that you don't like, it doesn't make you feel good. But then you be like, okay, yeah, it doesn't make me feel good, but hey, I'm still gonna go ahead and keep doing it. I'm gonna keep pursuing this person. What we need to do as a woman or a man is, first of all, listen to yourself, listen to how you are feeling. Forget about what the other person is doing, because again, we are so focused on what the other person is doing to us. We don't have the time to see what we are doing to ourselves. Myself, I'm betraying myself for this person over and over and over and over for a very long period of time. What is that doing to me as a person? So if we can manage to get ourselves to that point, like self-reflection, check yourself. And I know in most cases, a lot of people might not be able, don't have the tools to do that. And it's something that you actually have to grow into it. And it's a process, and it's something that you have to do every time. It's not just one time thing. Don't betray yourself for anybody. It doesn't matter. Do not betray yourself
for anybody. Yeah.
For anybody.
If I can just interject, Umba, see, I remember you, my sister. It's always you're always on a roll when you talk, and to get in sometimes. drink water. Take a pause and drink water, my darling.
I'm getting really emotional because it's like we come to your show. Like I hope for everybody that come to your show get to grab something along the way. Like don't let just talk about it and give all the solution. And at the end of the day, nobody's doing the work.
Yes. So the comment section is getting out of hand now, and I'm going to start blocking people. People are trying to make it, because some people mentioned about Igbo men, and not all Igbo men, some Igbo men. Some people are turning into a tribal thing now, which I don't want. So anybody who puts a comment about tribe there again is blocked. You will not be able to comment on the comment section anymore. Simple as that. See, this is one of the problem. People are so freaking sentimental about tribe. What it is, I don't understand. If I see a problem within my tribe, I will be the first person to call it out. What is the problem? Once we mention tribe, people start going crazy. Now you want to make the conversation all about tribe because somebody mentioned, one or two people mentioned about some Igbo men. What is the problem? See, if you want to get to the root cause of a problem, let me tell you something. You need to look inwards. Stop being trapped by saying, oh, it's always about defending your tribe. Always defend you. Stop being defensive, for goodness sake. This year alone, do you know how many women have been deleted? And you are here making this, is this a joke? You see, Nigerians, they're always at each other's throat, oh, but when it comes to tribe, now that time I go unite. Now no say una like una tribe. Guys, please stop it. I don't want vessel. Let's focus on the topic. Anybody that says something about tribe in the comment section, I'm blocking the person. Enough is enough. If there is a problem within my tribe, I know my tribal people are doing this thing, I will call them out. I will speak about it. I will try not to be, to be passionate about tribe. Because in itself, if you cannot be critical like this, our Care said, to look inwards, you are not solving the problem. So somebody said that Igbo men, some of them have anger issues. They are deleting their wives. So what is the... If I'm an Igbo person, I would think inwards and see why. Where is this, anger? Where is it coming from? Is it the way some of them were raised? Did they not experience love? Did some of these men, their mothers, did they experience this kind of a thing? Did their fathers, was their father Mongo Park? Let's look inwards, please. And stop this, because you're not solving any problem. How many times have we done this kind of show? Tomorrow we'll be back here again. Now the same issue. And you want to come and be talking about how you want to defend your tribe. I beg. I respect people who put their hands up and say, yes, it's my tribe. But this is something that we need to address within my tribe, because it's toxic. We don't like it. Let's fix it. That's somebody that thinks, not here being passionate about tribe. There's someone I vote for Peter Obina, and at that time I go no say tribe not the important. I go they support bats, but later I go they fight. I beg. Sorry, Jarimba. See.
Hey, it's okay, maybe. I totally understand.
because
I know.
I had
You
to
but
do
you
that because
you know
I'm tired of these stories. I am tired, honestly.
everybody's tired. Everybody, like, again, I stay away from story like this. Like, I kind of come every now and then because it's something that is a serious issue that we all have, and everybody have to look into themselves. Like, how can I make my because if you make your own situation better, then collectively it's gonna become better for everybody, and that is what people are missing. Man or a woman, everybody, we need to have some form of leadership skill, and the leadership skill that is gonna, in a way that is gonna transcend our behavior from ourselves to other people. Because again, we are so focused on looking at other people, we forget to look ourselves. Like, what is my contribution in this situation? If you need help, seek help for you to get to where you need to be mentally, emotionally, so that you'll be able to be a reasonable person, even to deal with anyone for that matter, right? And again, I want to mention, like, for anyone that is in this kind of situation, because I know this lady is not the only person in the world. I'm sure there are millions of women that in the same similar situation as we are talking right now. I'm sure there are people, some of these women might be listening to you right now. Please, they say if you know better, do better. Once you know better, you have to do better for yourself. So you have to do better for yourself. You have to do, if you have children, you have to do better for your children. And again, for your own health. People say, they will say, oh, they are in the marriage for the children, they are in the marriage they forget about the health, their personal health. Because at the end of the day, when you have somebody who is going everywhere, it's like you yourself, you putting yourself in the danger of, you don't care whatever the person bring back home to you for no fault of your own. So even if you like yourself enough, your health is enough for you to say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to die young. I don't want to catch any disease. Disease is a reason why people have to live these days. Forget about children, right? Like, because if you're alive, that is the only way you take care of your own children. Then if your health is in danger, so who is doing what now? Like, I don't understand all of that part. I hope that for people who are in this kind of scenario will be able to sit down or get help. The family, please, if you are aware that you have a family member that is going through this, please help them. Please, if you have to go there and drag them out, please drag them. I don't know. It's like, this is too much. This is becoming like a norm. Like, when you hear it, you just don't think about, like, yeah, another one, and then you move on. But it is really, this is becoming like everyday thing. And,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Thank
going to
you.
say.
Thank you, Mbasi. It's been a minute. Thank you for joining us today. I know, this thing is not for everybody. Some days, some people just can't swallow it. So I do
I
understand.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
God
used to
bless
talk
you
quite.
for doing what you are doing, for real.
Thank
Like,
you. Thank you
yeah.
so much. I appreciate you, sis. God bless you. It's been a while, but lovely to hear from you again. You used to be very, very regular, but always nice to have you back. Yeah. So I'm trying not to get distracted and to get dragged into this annoying tribal, you know, thing that people were trying to bring up in the comment section. Some tribes, some things are, whether we like it or not, some tribes, some things are common within that tribe. It's just like Yoruba men. We talk about them here, Yoruba demons. But what I find is that whenever we talk about Yoruba demons, you don't see people defending. You don't see, we have Yoruba men here now. You don't see them. We have Yoruba women. In fact, Yoruba women will be the one that will throw their Yoruba men under the bus and say, don't mind them. They're useless husbands. Not all of them, obviously. We talk about tribes here. But people where there's sabi fight for tribe for this world, ha, Chineke. Some of them, and only when you reach tribe, this thing, you go come begin the fight. We talk about all tribes here. Some people have accused me in the past that I'm always after Igbo people. I'm always talking negatively about Igbo people. But then they now saw that that's not even the case. I talk about every tribe. I talk about my tribe, even a lot. If anything happen in my tribe, I will talk about them. Who tribe help? I beg ye. Let's talk about the issues. Issues there everywhere. Who tribe help? What did your tribe do for you? I beg. Bola, you're welcome. Oh, good afternoon. Hello. What
Hello,
are
can
you?
you
Yeah, I'm
hear me?
hearing you. Yes.
Can you
Where
hear
you
me?
joining us from? Yeah,
Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah. I'm calling from Maryland, USA. Um, it is my take on these issues. Okay, Auntie B. It
Hmm.
is very, very important to teach our young girls, women, self-love.
Hmm.
You got to start finding your purpose in life instead of depending on men. This Bimbo, I believe she lost herself in the marriage, and the marriage turned out to
Hmm.
psychosis
Hmm.
because she feel entitled about after I've done everything for me. This is how you're gonna repay me, especially when the man brought her a disease home, and she becomes psychopath and obsessed about him because she felt regret about life that she didn't even achieve anything. She did everything what she can do in her power. She forget about herself. And I do believe it takes two people to tango. Okay? But at the end of the day, we have to literally discuss about self-love. Because if she loves herself, she will already see the patterns and she will have ability to walk away. If she respect herself, let's say, yeah, she got into the marriage when she was young.
Hmm.
But at a point, if she decided to find herself, because some of us got into things that at the end of the day, we realized that, oh my God, but she didn't love herself enough to try to look herself and trying to digress and say, hold on, let me pause. What is really going on now? I'm losing myself. She never find herself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, and to be, I'll always tell you, you can only demand respect if you respect yourself.
But you have to put her age in view.
And
Remember,
to
she was
be,
only 15.
I understand she was only 15 when she get into the marriage, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But at one point, she grew up as to an adulthood. She
Yeah.
lost herself. She
But
never discovered who she is as a woman
yeah.
being.
But you know, as you grow, your what you know about life is formed as you grow. So all her formative years where she was supposed to develop her identity, know her value, you know, get enlightened, get information, was spent with this Mongo pack.
I
So
understand that,
he
Auntie B.
basically formed her. He produced her. You know how you go and shoot a movie and you produce it, you edit it, and you put it out there. That is exactly what happened in this
Auntie B,
situation because of
I,
her age.
I agree with you. I agree with you. The men manipulate her. I agree. I agree with you. But at a point, 10 years, you see people that marry 20 years and they walk away.
Hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
At a point that you start trying to sit back and say, let me find myself.
Hmm. Someone said she never grew up. I like that. Deserves all good said she never grew up. She never grew up. Let's think about that for a minute. That Bimbo never grew up, from that girl that left her parents' house, ran away from home at 15 with her school fees that they gave her to go to school to follow Ikechukwu. She never grew up.
Auntie B, I agree with you.
Hmm.
From a medical
Hmm.
standpoint, we
Hmm.
need to have, when we start making mistake over and over and over again, at a point, we have to sit back for ourselves. She put herself in so much danger for
Hmm.
this man. And to be, unless we all need to be realistic about life
Hmm.
and not trying to make, because it takes two people to tango. You can walk away from the drama. You can walk away from the danger. At one point, that she ever decided that, hold on, let me try to get a therapy. There is a therapist in Nigeria, Aunt B.
Of course, there are therapists in Nigeria.
Yes, let me try to find myself as a human being so I can better myself. Because if you don't have self-love, she doesn't love herself, Auntie B. No matter how people around her, Auntie B, there was this at one point I stopped looking at the Instagram, but I stopped looking at it.
Yeah.
Because Auntie B, we need to be realistic about women in Nigeria. Some women in Nigeria are very lazy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna say they want good things, and they depend that that rich man is gonna provide that good things for me.
Yeah, but that's not the situation here now. We are being specific here.
I understand, but at one point, the good life, a judgment. There was a point when the guy was talking to her. There was a video when the guy was talking to her about her and Burna Boy, and the man was saying about how, I don't want to say about how they went to the club and did something wrong to
please don't say
somebody.
that.
Yes, I
don't
won't
say
say
that.
it. I won't say how they did something wrong to somebody.
Yeah.
You understand? And her judgment, her answer is at least something bad didn't happen to that person. Do you see her thought process? Instead of her telling him, at one point, she support his bad behavior.
That's what, you know what? Samolu said something when we started. I pinned one comment Samolu made. Samolu said, you marry a Yahoo boy. How do you think he's going to be faithful to you that he will not cheat? Or that there will not be drama? Because those guys, there's no honor amongst thieves. They are thieves.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that she lost herself and she doesn't love herself, Auntie B. At one point, yeah, don't we all have this young love? Oh my God, Auntie B. I was young when I came to this country. Very young age. I left my boyfriend, a guy here, and then run back to him in Nigeria. When we are in college, that I know that this guy cheated on me. I was doing my process, my friend was telling me that he cheated on me.
You know, something that, I mean, this care pals, I like the way you are somebody that you are a deep thinker. I don't know you, but I can tell. I'm looking at your comments. You are a very deep thinker. Do you know, when I saw this picture, the one on my left, that was the first thing, because pictures do tell a story as well. I looked at that picture and I looked at their body language. Look at how Bimbo was looking at him. She was looking at him with so much love.
She adores him.
Adoration in her eyes, like you're my everything, with a wedding ring showing.
He's looking away.
He was not there. He could, the smile was even forced. So the picture speaks volume. Even like he's emotionally removed from there, was just first smile, looking at the camera. You can feel the way she's looking at him. She's looking at him with so much love. She idolizes him.
Exactly.
Like, this is my word. She worships him. Yeah, you said you are saying, my darling, opinionated Jen.
Your word can become, Auntie B, let me tell you, a man can make you or break you. In that case, our word has become our enemy. But as a woman, we need to start preaching self-love, Auntie B. We need to, because this case, we start making, this, because DV, like I said before, DV is a very, very common in African home, Auntie B.
It is. It
is pandemic.
Yeah, it is.
In African home.
And that's the point I was looking at it when somebody was mentioning some Igbo men, in behavior in terms of anger. That is the part I'm looking at it from. It's not to criticize, but it's to analyze, reflect, and try to amend.
If it is not emotional, it will be financial, it will be physical, it will be mental. Auntie B.
It would take the grace of God for a boy to grow up in a home where the father was acting in this way, and
It's generational. It's
it will not
generational.
be, it will just, it is the same behavior. Behavior is learnt. And that is where we are looking at it from. So, I mean, a learning for you parents who are out there, or people who plan to be parents in the future right now, is what are your children going to learn from your behavior? The way you are parenting them now, what are your children learning from you that somebody else's child is going to suffer from in 20 years time, 30 years time?
Yes.
Sometimes you are no longer here, because you cannot tell me that this guy grew up in a healthy background, a healthy environment, because from what Bimbo even said, when they met, he was on the streets. So I'm looking at his, because, you know, when you want to look at somebody, you want to look at somebody's behavior, the totality of who they are. Sometimes you need to look at their background. Who are his parents? Who are their parents? How did they grow up? What was the environment like? Were they loved? Were they cared for? Because there's a level of anger you have to have. But like, we're not just talking about somebody that is angry or a violent person. No. We're talking about somebody who could send 8-month-old pregnant woman to hospital because of DV.
Auntie B, do you look at his Instagram post after demise of our wife? He was having laugh emoji, like
Yes.
thousands laugh emoji. How can you be humane?
Yeah.
There's a lost. It's a lost call. The guy and then I'm surprised this guy is intentionally they're supposed to jail him intentionally.
That's what I intend to find out, if the family can even take action legally. At least get him arrested. Like Osinachi's husband is still in jail now. Because I don't know why Nigerian women have not taken to the streets till now.
I don't understand.
You don't need to fight over men that they know how to do. You can't come together and say enough is enough. Stop deleting us and march to Aso Rock. No. Now let's fight over Gbola.
Auntie B, keep in mind, Nigeria is a patriarchy world. It's a patriarchy society.
So the millions of women in Nigeria, cannot come together when yet another episode like this has happened. No leader in the community can say, organize it on social media, put it out there. So and so they were marching. Let us tell the world that we are tired of our sisters being deleted. Let us cry out. Let it be on record. Let the government take action. We are tired. We don't want this anymore. Government, do something about it. When? Oh, it's an individual thing, right? People just allow families to deal with it. The family will bear the pain. At the end of the day, Shebi, we finish talking about Osinachi. We talk now. But it's only the family that knows what those children are going through now. She was the breadwinner. Who is going to pay the school fees? Who's going to love those children and train them to the level they should have got to, or they should have attained if their mother was alive? Yes, Olu, God bless you. They can march for Tinubu. Gather and be marching for useless leaders that will take them nowhere. But they cannot march for ourselves. We need unity as women, as sisters. We need to unite. And this is what I was saying, that women you go and start fighting over a man. You don't know what you are doing. You are not well. Because if you know how men unite, then you wouldn't do it. We need to come together and say enough is enough. It's not until it happens to my sister before I will speak out. Let's unite. Let there be legislation in place. What happens if a man deletes his wife, or a woman has endured? Let's put things in place. Lagos State government, I hear they are doing quite a lot, but they are still not doing enough compared to the gravity of the issue we have on hand. The scale is high, oh. It is high. And let me tell you something, for bloggers, it will always be content for them, or for us. It will always be content, because people are always drawn to things like this. They will watch when people delete. But what's to stop it from happening again? It's becoming a daily occurrence. And I see they fight over men. And wow. Thank you so much, my darling sister, for calling. Let me move on quickly to other people because I've got a studio full. And we've almost done 2 hours. Sissy, you are next. What do you have to say? Welcome.
Thank you, Auntie B. How are you doing?
I'm all right, sweetie. Welcome. Where are
Thank
you joining
you.
us from?
I'm calling from the west part of London.
Oh, all right. Welcome.
My neighbor.
Neighbor. Let's welcome, neighbor.
There's a
Oh.
lot of facets to this. There's a lot of facets. You look at her background. She came, from a well-to-do background. And to me, well, you can judge me, but I believe the most important factor is your upbringing, background, and your principles to life and your belief system is most important before profession, tribe, church, in a relationship. You may not come from money, but if your family are enlightened people, sometimes we make the mistake of thinking that rich people are enlightened. I know a lot of ignorant, backward rich people. There are some people who they may not have much, mom, dad, civil servants, hardworking, they're proper family. If you're the daughter-in-law and you're to tell your mother-in-law or mommy, John is beating me, this is what he's done, he's not doing his fair share in supporting the children. If it's a proper family, hell will scatter for that man. Because there's that support structure. As much as we like to say, oh, in Africa, it's patriarchy, domestic violence, this domestic violence is an equal opportunities player. It's there in every socio-economic strata of society. There are aristocrats here in London who are in high society, who are written about in Tatler of suspected domestic violence, this, that, drinking, violence. It's there in all socioeconomic strata. Now, because of social media, it seems like it's everywhere. There's some families where to raise your hand to a woman, you'll be ostracized.
Is it fair to judge the family saying that they didn't raise her well? Is their fault why
No,
this
no, no, no.
happened?
That's not what I'm saying.
Because I see a lot of people saying that even on social media, and Cherish Tony via
No,
TV just said it now.
that's not
Upbringing
what.
is important. The mother did a poor job. A 15-year-old running away from home and the parents did nothing. Well,
No,
they did a lot. If you'd follow the show from the beginning, then the account
I
of what
don't
the brother said, then you would have heard it.
look at what they're saying, that their first car is the mom. She was trying to make sure that the daughter at least was safe, that there was food on the table, that she was well. Because if the daughter is indignant that this is what I want, I'm not going back home. Yes, you can carry her and put her back. She'll still run away and go back
If
to the guy.
if
We
you raise
don't.
children that are,
Yes,
God forbid, may
our
God
children are not
let
all
us
the
have
same.
rebellious children.
Yes, Sis B, you have children. You know that this discipline worked on the elder one. This one, I need to handle him like this because he's like this. You don't do blanket approach.
I can't blame the parents at all. No, I
No,
can't. I
I
can't.
I I I can't. Maybe she was one of those children who needed more love and more attention from the father. And if they
She
want to
even
do,
said that she was a favorite. That's what she said in her post. She said
yes.
that she was her parents' favorite child.
Now, when you're coming to that, as B, it leads me to my next point. Abusers, hey, nobody knows how to love bomb and love a woman like abusers. They are very, very good at that.
Manipulation.
Yes, they are very, very good
They
at
isolate you from your family.
when
Gaslight
they're
you. There's
on.
nothing they don't do.
Yes, when they're on a path that this is the girl I want, because this guy, it seems like this girl was a meal ticket for him at that time. He needed to do certain things, and he knew this girl could get money and do things for him. It was a means to an end. And
Hmm.
you find that in Africa, the reason why they wanted to marry a virgin and marry early, because they believe, especially, and then the age gap will be like 5 years or more. It's so that at that time it's easier to mold this
Their
young
behavior.
lady
Yeah.
into what the wife that you want.
Yeah.
And she will be submissive and serve your vision as a man for life. And the virginity aspect, that they believe that virginity tied the woman to her husband. So you are easier to control. It's easier to be submissive. And the other factor in Africa, especially Nigeria, the toxicity towards divorcee women
Yeah.
is off the chain. It's off the chain. So now that she knew that she had the famous 3 letters and 5 children, who is going to want me? Because this thing is now in the public space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That there's this 3 letters involved. Man will run. Even another person with the same disease won't want to be associated with her because her own is
Exactly.
known.
Yeah.
But
I mean, people are not even thinking about when we talk about how she started reacting later, with because of the toxicity of the whole marriage and everything, what Bimbo was doing and all that. You need to really, really understand what she was dealing with.
she felt tainted. Even if you have the power to go on, she felt tainted and so wronged by this guy. Did he ever apologize for bringing this thing to her?
Hmm.
We don't know. We don't know all that. It's really, really sad. We can talk about, oh, love yourself, know that you come first. When you now see yourself as damaged goods, would you still have the same resilience to walk?
No, no, absolutely not.
You know, and that toxicity of being a single mom, you find in some churches in Africa, if you're a divorcee woman, they'll not give you office in the church. You'll be, yes, you attending every week, but if you want to be an active member and serve, they won't let you serve.
No, no.
Because
Some of
no
your
matter
friends will
what,
leave you. You'll be
yes,
ostracized.
yes,
The shame, the
your
stigma, the list is endless.
your job
How will I
is to
fend for?
keep the
She said that
marriage.
he was not giving them money. She also said she accused him with all the money that he apparently has. He wasn't even taking care of them financially. She was doing a live video and recording and say, "You never give us any money. You don't take care of your children. I take care of my children from my business. I do this. I do this." There's nothing this girl didn't do that was. Everything was like a cry out for help. Everything
Yes,
she did.
there are many men who have girlfriends and small house outside. The money that they spend outside is chicken change, pocket money. The
There's
bulk
somebody
of
in the
their
comment
money,
section that
yes,
said that he was Ikechukwu was asking her out, even though he knew she was married. They'd known each other. I thought the person was going to come into the studio, Olivia. I
they
think it's
said that she's
Olivia.
at work. There's
Oh,
somebody
she said
made
she's
a
at
comment
work.
that
Oh,
she's
I
at
see.
work.
Maybe tonight. Yeah, we have another show tonight. Yeah. If you are free tonight, we would like to hear, because it's always good to hear from somebody that knows the person so that we can hear a little bit. But she did say that he's a demon. Yeah,
Yes,
I believe it.
and this man, Sis B, mark it on the wall. He will still find a decent, young, beautiful woman, well-to-do, to love him again.
As we are
He will,
talking now,
he will
Nigerian
still
girls are
marry.
busy entering his DM.
They're in his DMs right
They are
now.
in his
Because,
DM now, knowing
because
that he's single now.
yes, because there's something amongst us women. You always think you
You are better. Oh,
now
I
you
will change him. She's
carry,
the one that was not good for him. It's me
yeah,
that will
now
make him
you
better.
carry diamond between your legs, that you'll be
No,
able to
no,
turn this
Messiah.
person.
Yeah, women have a Messiah mentality. A lot of women. We think, oh, I will change him. With me, he will do differently. Is that Bimbo? That's why he was behaving like that. Thank you so much, Sisi Jare. Let me move on. Still got quite a lot of people, and I don't want this to extend beyond maybe about half an hour more because I'm still coming back tonight, right? So we are in Adadaya's space. Adadaya, welcome, sweetie. How are you? You've been very active in the comment section. Well done. What do you have
Hello,
to say?
Auntie. Hello, Auntie B, and hello, Bodo fam.
Do you have a YouTube open? You need to close one of them because the sound is bouncing back.
No, I don't have anyone. How is it now?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
I still hear myself, but go ahead.
yeah. Cause I've been following this story, and I'm like, when on earth are we going to declare a state of emergency on this domestic violence in Nigeria? Because it's getting way too much, right? And there are many, many more people in this situation. If nobody, if none of us stands up to this thing to say, no, it must come to an end, I don't know, right? And I think Nigerians are even picking the wrong battles, right? We are campaigning for leaders, campaigning for, but what are we asking them to do concerning, our constitution, regarding women's rights and all of those things? It's really worrisome, it's scary. But now I'm looking at it that these two, there was no love and there was no marriage for sure. This lady was hooked to this guy. And when I went through her because she's not on Instagram, she's on TikTok. I went through her Instagram page and the pictures I saw, they were really, really worrisome. And to be, those scars that you see on people who are hooked to drugs have on their arms, their wrists, all those places where they inject themselves. And to
No,
be, she's got it.
Adadaya.
Yes, and to be.
Oh my God, your sound is really. I don't know why I can hear myself. But I was gonna say something. Yeah, I know where you're taking this to, but yeah, don't. It's not allowed here. I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, but could that be the reason why this girl was finding it very, very,
No,
very,
it's
very
not what you
difficult to
think.
break out?
No, I saw your comments in the comment section that you think that maybe she was. No, that's not why she had those scars. There's a reason why she had those scars, right? It's not what you're thinking.
Right, because that was just, because obviously it was this guy who groomed her into whatever. She was a partaker as well. So,
No, she was
I
not
don't know.
participating in that as far as we know. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Uh, well, I don't know. That's just my own opinion, though. The way I see things, and maybe that's the reason why she was finding it very difficult to break out of the relationship. Because I know people who
What happened now? Adadias, you just, I don't understand what is going on. Yeah, I don't know what happened to your internet, but or maybe it's mine even. I don't even know, but you are out of the studio. If you check the comment section, I put there why she had those scars. I put there. So you can get more clarity because I think you are saying that she may have been using drugs. That's why she had scars. But I'm telling you what the family said. She said it herself. She said it herself why she got those scars. She was actually doing that to herself, which is very sad. It's a mental health situation, right? So I hope I've been able to clarify it. Anyway, sorry you couldn't say more. Your internet was kind of shaky. Right. Hope, we're moving on. What do you have to say? Welcome to the studio. And where are you joining us from? Hope, you are next. Unmute yourself, Hope. Okay, Hope, you are not unmuting yourself. I'm going to add Uzo. Hi, Uzo. Sweetie, how are you?
Hello, I'm back. I'm here, Sister B.
Oh, okay. Took you a minute. Were you away from your thing?
I was
Okay. Where are you
struggling with
joining us from?
my technology. I'm Essex, England. I'm in
Hello?
Essex. Hello, I'm in Essex, England. Can you hear me, Sister B? Auntie B?
Okay. What do you have to say?
Okay, my contribution is, sometimes as African community, we say, why did she not go? Why did she not leave? in listening to this girl's story, there's such a dynamic. There's a lot that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the element of ritual involved. We don't
Mm-hmm.
know how far that went, and we don't know the limitations she had in terms of moving. And it comes with consequences that you are told spiritually, you can't do this, and if you do this, this will happen. So I'm thinking the lesson to learn here is, when something like that happens, like when she started crying out about 2 years ago, as a community, we need to have organization systems in place that would
Mm-hmm.
reach out to people in need on a one-to-one basis,
Mm-hmm.
and start to interact with them and give them the support needed and necessary. Where
Mm-hmm.
rituals are concerned, it takes spiritual to deal with the spiritual. So that would
Amen.
mean either praying with her or directing her to people who have the power to break such bondage, and then
Mm-hmm.
dealing with her mental health issue, that which led her to do that in the first place. Deal
Mm-hmm.
with her esteem, deal with her worth, deal with who she is as a woman. Our community as Black people, we we tend to want to look at issues as when they have happened, and we don't like intervene when things are still happening. We need to intervene when things are happening, because there are spiritual aspects involved in what she was doing. The pain that she had is a pain of someone, there's a difference between a woman who has sacrificed her, just her labor to put into a relationship. She
Mm-hmm.
sacrificed herself, her spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that pain is deeper than that which any woman does feel, because it's like a double sacrifice of yourself. So that needed to be attended to, that needed to be dealt with. And that would have needed a support system that is different,
Mm-hmm.
because we tend to have this thing that if we shout, if we are angry, if we are aggressive, it solves things. Sometimes that adds to the toxicity of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the videos that are showing of the mom, of the family, they were trying what they could do in the way they knew how. But sometimes the method that we use are actually a detriment to us. We need to, instead of anger, instead of shouting, instead of pulling each other down, because that's what getting us where we are as a people. We are
Mm-hmm.
too toxic even to ourselves. We need to sit down and see where we have lost it as a people. And when I say as a people, I'm speaking of us as a Black race in general,
Mm-hmm.
because things are going down with us. There is violence. There is violence on every level, on the
Mm-hmm.
streets, in the home. And so, if it is like that, it means we have lost value and principles somewhere in our foundation. We
Amen.
should go back to the foundation, to the root of what is causing all this in our society, in our community. And part of that is going back to the family, because family is very important. I'm not saying her parents didn't do a good job. They did what they knew how and how they knew how. But
Mm-hmm.
we must, as Black people, we must address the institution of family and where we have lost it. So much so
Mm-hmm.
that we are bringing up children who are so violent. We
Yeah.
have no self-worth. We have no self-value, both male and female. We can't expect them to do well in a relationship when their
Mm-hmm.
root is corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what is wrong with this couple and the other couples that I've had coming up. When the root is corrupt, you cannot produce anything other than what is in your root.
The Bible even in itself said it, that if the foundation, mhm, if the foundation is wrong, is weakened, what can you do? You can't build on a weakened foundation. There's
Yes.
nothing you can do.
Yeah. And
There's
also, we
nothing
can't
you can do.
expect government. When we say government should intervene, do this and this, government, they are coming from the same environment.
What about the NGOs? They have a lot of NGOs. What are their job even? I mean, this day and age is so easy to put something together with the era of social media now. Like I was mentioning earlier about marching, for instance. That's a simple thing that can be arranged. It just takes one person to be interested and say, you know what? I'm taking the lead on this. Let's do something. Put it out there. Women, if it's Lagos State, you want to do it, for instance, create
I
groups. We are
I thi-
marching also day and day. We are
Sister
marching
D,
to the authority.
I
Let them
don't
help
know.
us.
I don't know about the NGOs, the ones you're talking of. Some of the NGOs, the problem we have is in Africa and as Black people all over the world is we have lost a sense of identity and who we are. And we have foreigners telling us who we are and dictating to us how to live. And that has caused a lot of pain in us as a people. So the NGOs that I know, in my experience, their interest is not to build the African family. Their
But they
interest,
take a lot of funding. I'm talking the local ones take a lot of funding from foreign bodies. What are they doing with all that
they,
funding that
they,
they get?
they go with the terms and conditions of the funder.
I see.
So
I
most of
see.
the funding comes with conditions, and the conditions are not meant to make us thrive.
I see.
They are
I
meant to
didn't know
tear
that.
us apart because there is an economic agenda behind whatever they do.
I see.
So a strong family, a strong Africa would mean an economic disadvantage to them. So if you do a research, you find that most of the organizations that are in Africa, they come with conditions that make it so hard for families to stand.
Mm.
So they
Mm-hmm.
actually disrupt more than build.
Right. Thank you so much, Hope, for that very, very powerful insight. That do appreciate talking to you. Please call us again, and we are back tonight. If you don't get a chance to talk now, remember that I'm back tonight to talk about another aspect of this same matter tonight. The show is at 7 o'clock. But I'm very glad to have our brother from Ireland, Olawumi, in the building. Welcome.
Uh, Good afternoon, Auntie B, and good afternoon, all about the farm. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do hear you.
Well, if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do?
Mhm.
Says the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't really know this couple too much well. I didn't even know
Mm.
about those 2020 situation, but when this thing happened, I kind of, like every other people, is trending, and I do a kind of a diligent trying to see what is happening. And to be for the very first time, I cried when someone I didn't know died. I
I
cried
thought I was the
yesterday.
only one that was affected by this thing, though, my brother.
I
The way
I
this thing
I
affected me yesterday,
I
I said, I
just
don't know this
couldn't
girl before. What? I was deeply
I just
affected by
couldn't
it.
comprehend it.
My
In
mood
fact,
spoiled.
I didn't know them. But
Mm.
yesterday a tear comes out of my eyes because I was like, what happened? Okay, don't let me bore you with that story over the farm. I know your platform is all about
Yes.
lesson learned,
Yes.
and I think that is what is standing out for this
Yeah.
platform. What I can see in this situation is, well, English is not my first language. I'm going to use this word. It's a kind of a groomer versus groomee. I think that guy
Mm.
groomed Bimbo, and Bimbo happens to be the person groomed. He manipulated and he used her.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, Bimbo is gone. May her soul rest in peace. But
Amen.
Bimbo saw IVD as a bad business. In fact, she invested so much and so much on him. And you could look at all those reactions
Hmm.
all those reactions from her was as a result of
Hmm.
bad return on her investment because she
Yes. Yes.
felt if her all those reactions, people are saying yes, she was mentally not stable. But what is the root cause of that problem is those reactions because she felt betrayed and she felt used. You get
Hmm.
my point?
Hmm.
She felt betrayed and she felt used. And when she now realized that that investment, that business is not returning properly, what because she must have had a kind of a perfect image of the man he wanted in him. That's why he goes to that. She went to all those
And what it
extents.
turned out to be.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why she went
To
to
build
that
their
extent
future.
of
She thought she was
doing.
building her future.
Yeah, she thought she was building her future, but as an accountant, they will say return on bad investment is a very, very bad investment for her. And that is why she was reacting the way
Absolutely.
that's why she was reacting the way she was reacting. And well, this is for me, women. I want to talk to
So,
women now.
yeah, just a pause. Pause there, my brother. I'll come back to you. I want to quickly read this comment before it runs off. This is somebody that knows IVD, and she's been giving us nuggets. She's going to call in the show later on tonight,
Yeah,
and it's Ruth's Kitchen. She said that this is his words that. So he has so much disrespect for Bimbo. He categorically told me that he's not ready. And that when he is ready, she go come out from her house. And those were his words. He used her and he was tired of having her around.
yeah,
And she also said he believed Bimbo kept having children to tie him down.
yeah,
And he always told me she did waste her time.
yeah, yeah,
So it all goes to what you were saying about how, bad investment and,
yeah, yeah,
investment and
yeah.
bad
So
return on
this,
investment. So
yeah,
IVD was an investment
yes,
and
that and that's the problem. And this is what I will say to women. Please, this has happened, and I pray it won't happen again. But for it not to happen, we need to do something. Women, start training your daughters to be very, very independent, and to be sure, women should know the red flag. Women shouldn't go too far for any man. I don't think it's worth it. I'm a man myself, and I know the sacrifice I do for my family, but I don't think women should go to this extent that this bimbo went to. And there should be a kind of yourself first. Self-love.
hmm,
Self-love should be paramount in all women's agenda, all women's heart now. Love yourself first. Even the Bible makes us to understand that as well. And to the society, and to be, we are all hypocrites of this. We should stop
hmm.
demonizing and frustrating single women and divorcee. And I know churches, friend, family, workplaces, businesses are guilty of this. I was watching one of Pastor Shola's show one day that he was saying that there was this divorcee in a church that they were saying she shouldn't serve in that church again.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that?
yeah.
Churches do that, workplace do that. Do you know, Auntie B, I know you mentioned this before. Do you know that not even some, many landlords in Nigeria will not rent a house for a
Oh yeah.
divorcee or
Oh
for a
yeah.
single woman? And that
Hmm.
is the extent that this thing is going. So society should stop being trying to say when this happened, we'll now be saying, oh, we didn't know. Society made those women to stay in the first place because we demonized them.
Thank you.
Society demonized them. And that is why many of them want to keep that word MRS at all
I'm still
costs.
a Mrs. I'm still a Mrs.
I'm
That's what
still
they
a
used to call
Mrs.
themselves for. I'm
Yeah,
still a Mrs.
to be honest, it's and that another one thing that you mentioned that I want to emphasize it on that there should be something to be done about trying to protest or people trying to do something about this. African, we too much like gossiping. We don't take action. We don't interfere. We don't help ourselves. That woman, Bimbo, she has been saying a lot, but people didn't take her serious. To be honest, I don't really know what to say. Let me just stop here, Auntie B. Thank you very much. I will join in the
Thank
in
you
the
so
evening
much, my
again.
brother. Yeah, please join us. We are going to talk about, how she was saying, I want my pound of flesh. That's what we want to talk about in the evening. The things that she went into, especially the aspect of the rituals and all the business building, the spiritual aspect. That's what I want to talk about in the evening. So please join us, my brother. Thank you so much. Wow. Ruthie's, I can't wait to see you this evening. Oh. I cannot wait to see you because the things that the nuggets you are giving us in the comment section, it's like this guy finish. She said again, Ikechukwu was super sure of himself that even if I sent Bimbo a video of him having kerewa with me, that she no go leave him. He had that confidence. Where is that confidence coming from? That's why a lot of people are saying that it's spiritual. Uzo, yeah, I'm looking for you. Come now. Your turn don't reach past 7. I no can see you. Come back. Let me take your call next. Yeah? That level of confidence, where is it coming from? That a man can say to a woman is asking out to, never mind the fact that she's a married woman, to see how disrespectful this guy is. That's why I keep talking about his background. There's something totally faulty about this guy's background. How do you start chasing somebody that you know is married? You are planning to send her ticket to come to Nigeria to come and see you. And you are telling her, even if you tell my wife, you send her a video of us having kerewa, she will never leave me. Where is that confidence coming from? If it's not something that is diabolical, my people. Principalities, they this matter. I tell you. Uzo, welcome, dear. How are you?
Auntie B, good morning. Good morning, Obodo fam. Sorry, I was just trying to get ready for church, have a bath, right, and everything. That's okay.
Hello. Hello. Uzo's baby.
Okay, so
Okay, darling. Thank you. What do you have to say?
yes. Okay, so there, me and family, that's my problem. Okay, I think I want to say that we have to start the learning from the
I
home.
can't hear.
Okay.
Are you guys hearing Uzo?
Auntie B, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
I can't hear you, Uzo.
Auntie B, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Uzo, we
Hello?
don't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello?
Ah, ah, ah,
Hello?
ah.
Auntie B, is it better now?
Uzo, come back in the evening. Go church. Go and pray for Nigerian women. Come back in the evening, okay? You'll be more settled. You can hear her. Ah, me, I cannot hear her. Why am I not hearing people now? Magbamike. Kilon Sele. I need to move. Maybe that is where I am. You are hearing her. Egbami. Okay. I'm moving. Is where I am. Okay. Uzo, come back then. They say they can hear you. I'm moving to another location now because a lot of people have called into the show that I didn't hear, and people are hearing them. So it means that there's something wrong with where I am. Okay, I'm moving my location. Ada, Leah, welcome. I'm changing my location. Okay, Uzo is back.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
yes. Okay, so I'm just going to dive right in. So I was going to say that I think the learning has to start from home. Okay, I'm just going to use myself for instance. Growing up, I have both of my parents. My father and my mother just keep, reinforcing me and keep, encouraging me and letting me know my value. My dad will always hammer on the importance of education for the girl child. He will always say, "Uzo, education would emancipate you from poverty." You understand? He was always big on, going to school and having something for yourself, and of course, an book you know. And even for my mother, she would always let us, even from a very, very young age. People who know me know I've always been assertive and I could always spot the red flags, and always tell myself, no matter even how I liked someone, if I saw that this relationship was not going anywhere, I would, just carry myself out of the relationship. Even with my money, I'm always careful with my money. Even my husband, he says today that he has never seen anybody like me. Me and my money, I don't used to joke with my money, you know. Me, unless I
Me and
use,
my money. You have
yeah,
a
so
relationship with your money.
my money, I'm very, very big on my money. But even in relationships, I would buy gifts for boyfriends, but that's only on birthdays, Valentine's, those kind of things. I know where to draw the line. Do you understand? And that's why I really think that it has to do with home. I mean, we are painting a picture that Bimbo was from a good home. Why did she level down? You're from a good home and you're going to be with a street boy. Like, what is he telling you? Maybe because I come from a family where they will drum those senses into yourself. You see your value. That's why women will have to stop leveling down. You didn't even find better. You went down, down, down for a street boy who had no
If
family.
you hear him speak English, you will fall down with laughter.
So
The
these are
kind
the
of thought that is breaking, the English can break your head.
these are the issues. In fact, this story, the first time I heard of it, it was my husband telling me, like, oh, Mama, have you heard of the Ivd'S? Like, who are those words? Said the woman that she got bought. I was like, who are those words? And then, as maybe a few hours later, I saw that you were doing the show. That's how I heard about the story. So I don't know. I just feel that family plays an important role. We might say that we can argue, children might be disobedient and that, but I mean that even children in their quiet moments, I think they do think. They do things. So in their quiet moments, why women argue like, oh, they won't listen and this and that? I think that in their quiet moments, they will actually have a moment of self-reflection. And then, finally, my Igbo people, how can I not touch that subject? I do agree that, that Igbo men, they have a bad rep, but I want to say that this all boils down to family. I'll use my husband as an example. My husband is a very traditional Igbo man, okay? And he comes from a large family, and he has sisters, elder sisters. And you remember, I did tell you, as I continue on this show, I'll begin to unravel different phases of me and my life and, everything. And he has three elder sisters. And I remember I did tell you guys that when I met him, when I was sleeping and he would cook and I would be shocked, like an Igbo man is giving you food, which you want to eat, because I'd always heard these things of, oh, Igbo men, they don't do this, they don't do that, they don't work in the house. They don't. So I was shocked, like this is an Igbo man who is cleaning up his space, who is cooking food, who is offering a woman food. So it comes back to family. And I always ask him, like, I thought they say Igbo men don't do this and they don't do that. He used to say, I have three other sisters. And my husband's sisters in their family, my husband's from Imo State, and they're light skinned. I'm fair, but I'm not even as half as fair as his sisters. He said, you see my sisters, they're queens. You think they're going to be doing chores while I'm there? So that's why I learned how to cook, how to clean, because my sisters will not answer. They'll be like you. Yeah, they were ordered that you want us to be serving you because okay. You are lying. So he told me that that's why he learned how to cook. That's why he learned how to clean. That's why he learned how to do, everything, because his sisters would never agree. They never agree that a male child is king. So what am I saying in essence? All I'm saying is that it still boils down to the family. Women, we have to take charge. Nigerian women, like I see so many things on the internet. I know, even on Instagram, when the story broke, there were women. There's also someone I know that her husband they flog her head. She was there commenting, and I was like, look at this one. You that you haven't.
That's all.
So these are the issues. I still think it has to do with the family. We have to dig deeper. Even women, when we're in love, we have to go in with your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and your sense.
Let me
And
let
your
me bring this
sense.
in. I know you are going to church, Uzo, but let's quickly talk about this. I've
Yes,
actually
we
recorded a
must.
video about it. I'm going to post it during the week because I keep hearing this repeatedly now, and it's not something that I won't say I've ever thought about it. Like women stay because of how good the Kerewa is. Ogechi is saying that sometimes it's not spiritual or diabolical, like I said.
Yes.
And some women won't leave a man because of how the Kerewa is good.
And to be forget, no
And I
matter
have
how
a
great the
friend.
sex is, I beg.
Wait, though, it's serious. So she said, I have a friend that went yonder because of this. I kept begging her to leave. And she went on to say here that she categorically told me that she cannot leave Okwe alone because no man has ever carried her the way that Okwe do. It's a real thing, no, Uzo. No
And to
joke.
me, it looks like a real thing, I mean, sex is
I'm
good
telling
though.
you.
It's really, really good, especially if you have a spouse that is giving it to you good, giving, but I don't think it's enough for me. I have really, really good sex, really amazing sex.
Uzo, yeah, you
Everything.
know that word here. You
Sorry,
forget.
Auntie B. I'm sorry. I have really good career, as in the bedroom dance, no be here. But I don't think, if my husband wasn't good to me, I would be there. No, 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 no.
I
Who's
didn't even know
always
that
number
this was
one?
something that we needed to look at until recently. And in the last show, people actually said it's true. That sometimes it's how good the career is that makes some of them stay in DV situation because the men that they are with, even though he's totally rubbish, everything about the relationship is bad. But in the bedroom, he's fire. So they will stay. Women will actually stay in DV situation because of career. How good it is, or how consistent it is.
Hmm.
Wow.
Auntie B, I don't even know how good their own is though. But if we should even talk of my own, where they go cough you, you don't even know anything, Auntie B. But I don't know. But I don't know. Me, I'm always not my priority. I'm always number one. I value myself a lot. Almost sometimes if I go to think I go to message my husband, but still, I don't think if they're not treating me well, I will be there because of bam, 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 bam. I don't think so. But that's just what I want to say. I'll give other people a chance to keep talking, and I'll be back in the evening. Thank you, Auntie B.
All right, sweetheart. Have a good time in church. Please pray for us, oh sinners that didn't go to church today. Pray for us, so wow. God will hear all our prayers in Jesus' name. All right, Leah. Sorry, you've been waiting for quite some time. Welcome. How are you?
I'm all right, Auntie B. Good morning. Was it good afternoon actually? Good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah. So I just want to contribute from a slightly different perspective. And this is because it's kind of personal to me. Like I
Right.
have something like this in my family. So I know what I'm saying when I say this.
Your voice is heavy already. I can feel the emotions behind your voice.
Yeah. So what I want to say is that Bimbo, from what I can tell,
Hmm.
she's what I would classify as a rebellious child.
Hmm.
These kind of people, these kind of children, your parents cannot do anything.
Hmm.
These kind of kids, their parents will do everything in this world
Hmm.
to change their course, their path, but they just they're on one way street. They're just going, going, and that's how they'll keep going. This thing is in my family, so I know this kind of people. So this is not a matter of maybe the family didn't do anything. No,
Hmm.
if I tell you my own story, my family, the parents will go over and beyond.
Hmm. It still won't work.
It still won't work. This kind of children are what they call rebellious children. Unfortunately for Bimbo, she went and met this idiot Ikechukwu,
Hmm.
which just finally finished her.
Hmm.
So that's just it. So I'm just calling to tell parents, like, because I'm a parent myself, I've got two kids. There are some kids that just, I don't know what it is, whether it's God, whether it's nature, I just don't know. But there are some kids that you will do everything in your power.
Yeah.
You go over and beyond, and they
So
just will not listen to you.
so how is your sister doing now? I know you said this is personal to you.
Sorry?
Your sister, how is she doing? You know, you said it's personal because you have someone in the situation. So is it your
Yeah.
sister?
No, let me not say if it's my sister or not, but let me just,
Yeah, your
because
family
I don't,
member. How
because
is the person doing? Yeah.
yeah, because I don't really know if the person is listening or not. So
Hmm.
yeah, the person is okay. It's
And they
okay,
are
but
still in the situation.
it's thankfully this person's own didn't get to spiritual. Well, who knows if it went to spiritual? Nobody knows, right? Honestly, I think it went to spiritual, but well, for now, you can still see it. I mean, God has tried to bring the person out of it gradually, but you can still see remnant of it. You can still see that this person, even till now, you can still see that this thing. One thing about these rebellious children, I don't know. I just don't know what it is, but they are on this path of destruction that until they hit their end, they don't stop. And if God punishes them and now gives them somebody like Ikechukwu, then they will actually meet their destruction. So anyway, I'm just calling to just that that may be thinking, oh, I've done. You just need to know that some kids are destined for this kind of end. And then, as for Ikechukwu, his own is that whatever he reaps, sorry, whatever he sows, he will reap. He has already sown.
Amen.
His own
Amen.
destruction will come with full force. There's no running. If he like, I heard some people saying, "Oh, let him go to church." You can go to church all you want, but God will still give it to you. Whether if you like, become pastor, but because you cannot destroy life and then expect to be salvaged by running to God. No, God will still give you your you go itself, he go still collect. That's just the fact.
Amen. I say a big
So
amen to that.
yeah, he will collect definitely. And
Hmm.
even about the children, oh, he's detached from the children. Of course, he's detached from the children. He already knows everything that is happening in the family. He already knows how his family is run. How can he? And this again, even is to our women. You're going to Juju house for a man, and you expect the man to love you and then love the children. Where that one they happen?
Hmm.
Where that one they happen? So he can never, those children, he sees them as even Satan itself. They see them as a fruit from. So anyway, that's just what I want to say. My own is just to reassure the parents because I know what my own parents went through. When it
I
comes
know.
to rebellious
Okay.
children,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I know how. So if any parent is going through this, just know that You just do what you can, but just know that rebellious children don't stop until they get to the end. They just don't. All
Thank
right,
you
thank
so
you.
much, Leah. I'm
Thank you.
praying and sending love and light to your family member and to your family as well. Because what people don't understand, this is not, it's not only the person that is in the situation that suffers, the family suffer
No,
as well. Your family member cannot be hurting, and you just have a very strong Pharaoh's mind that you are not touched.
no.
I
Apart
mean,
from
people
even
were
that,
crying
we talk to.
yesterday over Bimbo. They don't even know. You heard a man, Olawumi, called. He said he was crying. I thought I was the only one that was affected by this thing. It hit me the same way it hit me when Osinachi. Because when I look at everything she went through, I said, this is a human being. Oh my God. Ah, now wow. Now, wow, let us do better, my people. Thank you so much, Leah. I really appreciate you. Thanks for calling. If you couldn't get in tonight or this morning because you were expecting the show tonight, I'm still going to be here this evening. Like I said, I couldn't cover everything in one show, so I decided to break it because it's just too much. It's too much. What is inside this situation is too much. But I mean, like Leah rightly said, we can't blame the parents. I never ever think you should blame parents for anything. Because as a parent myself, I know you can only do the best that you can for your children. At the end of the day, they make their own choices. It's gonna hurt you, but what can you do? And what people don't understand is that when they get into situations like this and they begin to make, you know, choices like this, that it impacts on everybody. Hmm? It's a very good prayer. Oh. Let us, Drulo said, God, I beg you, I rebuke any rebellious spirit in my children. Mm-mm. It's a very good prayer. Oh. Every spirit of rebellion, disobedience, we put it in our prayer every day. You cover them. Negative influences, peer pressure, anything that will lead them astray. May God not allow it to happen to them. The Lord will continue to protect our children. So you can imagine what the parents are going through now. Bimbo's mother, the sister. I saw a video of the sister. Oh my God. It just wrecked my heart. The children were consoling her. The poor children, they were young, very young kids were holding her, and people were still trolling her. I don't understand why somebody can come on social media and you are crying. Why are you coming on social media? Because everything that's happened in this relationship played out on social media. Leave people to mourn the way they want to mourn. She's distraught. What do you expect her to do? Nigerians, some of us are so judgmental. It's unbelievable. Even when something as terrible as it is happened to you, people will still be coming for you. So many lessons to take away. Love. What is love, Seth? What is love? What does love mean to you? When people say they are in love, you need to fact check that love that you think you have for that person. Fact, you need to do some fact checking. Is the love kind? Is it not envious? Or is it envious? Does it boast? Because love is not proud. It's not rude. Self-seeking. Easily angered. That's where the issue of the DV comes in. It takes no record of wrongdoing. All these ones, they are recording themselves. Somebody said that Ikechukwu was actually preparing for the day that she would delete. Because you can see the minute that she had. Imagine how evil and narcissist this guy is. That's why I say it's a psychopath. I don't use that word easily. Oh, I didn't just use it. We call people mongopack here. We say people are narcissists, but this guy, his own level of narcissism is deeper than just a narcissist. He's a narcissist psychopath. How can there's a fire? This woman got burnt. So there's still, the jury is out on who set the fire, whether she's the one, he's the one. The sister said that he pushed her into the fire and was recording her when she was burning. That's what the sister said. His friends are defending him. And they are taking her to hospital. Do you know what some of the people that were there say? They say he pushed her out of the vehicle. In her state. Remember, it's 10 hospital they went to. as her body don't take scatter with burning. That's how I knew she would not survive. I already knew. He pushed her out of the. It takes a level of wickedness that is worse than that of Nebuchadnezzar for somebody to behave like that. The mother of your children, even if you don't love her anymore, she served her purpose. She's useless to you now. You don't even think about, what she meant to you at some point. You are bragging that whatever you do, that she will not leave you. Well, she didn't leave, but I hope you are happy now. There's no need trying to debunk. Don't go on social media getting your friends to bring out voice notes and videos. Try to exonerate yourself. Because Karma doesn't have friends. It judges squarely. Now they judge. So it will visit when the time is right. You push somebody that was burnt out of a moving vehicle. The friend that went to help us was on social media posting updates. She said that he said Kechukwu almost delete am, say put am for your neck. Say he almost delete am, he hold am for neck because they try to help. I say what? The level of hate, Pierre, I've not seen this kind of hate before. So I believe the caller that said that he never actually loved her, she's the one that loved him. She's the one that's always wanted to be with him. And he's her gold medal. He's her achievement. He's her life. He's her education that she didn't have. He's her business. He's her money. But to him, she was nothing. She was nothing. So women, think about this. So if you think, it can never happen to me, and you stay in DV situations, you keep binding and casting. Think about this. We know so many women now, even in the diaspora now, that they've given diseases to. Incurable ones. And they are still in the marriage. They say, let me kuku stay now. Let me kuku stay now. Ruthie said, debunk what? I post a conversation and video of his bowler. I could just go. Oh, so you even have video of his bowler? Le baton. He's sending his bowler to you, eh? Why am I not surprised? I'm not surprised. He was videotaping everything that happened. So that he can use it. Yeah, you are right. Temilade, it's true. He was prepared. He knew it was going to happen inevitably. He knew that this day will come. So he was preparing ahead. Save yourself. Don't build anybody. Nobody should build anybody. Everybody should build themselves. Even if you want to build somebody, build yourself first. Build yourself first. Even in the aircraft, when you have babies, they tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put for your child. If you don't save yourself, how can you save another person? Some of you, your investment is your marriage. Your career is your marriage. You think this is what I labored for. And so I'm not going anywhere. I hope you're not going to end up. It's not love. I hope you will not end up like Bimbo. This is not love. No, it was never love. It was a self-destructive obsession. And this was inevitable. It is well with us. May God continue to help us to make the right choices. Please, guys, give this video a thumbs up before you step out. We have 1,323 people watching. I don't think the likes is even up to 500. We are trying to reach as many people as possible to create awareness. The people that need to hear this, young people who are not married yet. So your likes will help in this regard, because live shows are not, YouTube don't put live shows on playlists. So the only way you can get more traction is to like it. So give it a thumbs up. Please give us a thumbs up before you go. And I'm back tonight at 7 p.m. We're going to look at a whole different aspect of this situation. Okay? So if you were in church or you couldn't comment or you couldn't join us this morning or this afternoon, we'll be here by 7. That's literally about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 4 hours plus from now. Thank you so much, everyone that made it. I can't believe that we got so many people in the studio at this time of the day. Wow. Now I know they go shush. I mean, I do like me today. Now don't go today. Okay. We've already done church here today. Let us do better. If you know better, you do better. Ria, you said I should do a show about on teenage love. What about teenage love? What do you want me to talk about in teenage love? Let me know what you want me to talk about regarding teenage love, because teenage love is broad. Teenage love is madness. But I'll be back today. Yeah, online church and Esther. Okay. It is well with us. We'll keep learning and unlearning. We'll keep growing by His grace. Join me tonight again at 7 p.m. GMT, UK time, 1 or 2 p.m. wherever you are in the Americas. Yeah. Thank you, Drulo. Really appreciate you, my darling. God bless you. Thank you so much. And you know what I respect you for, Drulo? You're an Uzo. You are Igbo girls, but you speak out with your full chest and you hold your kins people accountable. Some people are not like you. They don't have any emotional intelligence to be able to disassociate the tribe away from what we are talking about. So when you say something against, you just say, you just mention Igbo, they start to attack you. No, you are not like that. I love you for that. Thank you for being like that. Because, you need to look inwards. Look inwards. Don't say because it's my tribe, anything they do is good. I'm not going to talk about it because it's my tribe. You're not helping anybody. The person that comes from the tribe, if you are honest with yourself, you are the one that should call your tribe out and call your kinsmen and women out. This thing is wrong. Our tradition and culture is beautiful, but there's an aspect of it. Why are we raising sons that are turning out to be so violent? Why? What is the root cause of it? Is this the way they see masculinity? Has it got to do with, they view you as a man? If you are not like this, that means you are not a strong man. You cannot run your household. Is it the fear of controlling, another human being to say that you are in charge of your household so that it won't seem as if you are Bewudani, like Yoruba will say? In Yoruba culture, once a man loves his wife and is respectful towards his wife and treats her well, and the people that say it the most is women. They will say that the man has been just. They will say that the woman is enslaving him. They will start throwing names like Bewudani. They will be throwing it around. And it's usually women that are very, very unhappy in their own marriages and relationships. So when they see other couples that are unhappy, to them is a project for them to find out why the man is not treating you as badly as their own husband is treating them. It's shameful. So please, let's not be emotional about tribe. Please. It's got nothing to do. No tribe that we'll not talk about. If it involves your tribe, we'll call you out with our full chest. Tiki Shak, I saw your comment earlier on. There's no tribe that is above discussion. We will call you out with our full chest. Stop deleting our sisters. That's what we are saying. So, wait till tribe go raise Bimbo up. Tribe go raise Osinachi up. Chi, where we are all the way from Scotland, carrying himself go Nigeria. Where they delete them for there. Is tribe gonna work out? What have your tribe, the so-called tribe that everybody is holding, tribe, has it raising anybody from the dead? I beg. Thank you, Taiwo, all the way from Singapore. Wow, fantastic. I didn't know I have fans in Singapore. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let us not be tribal, all this tribal nonsense. I don't like it. I'm Edo. If Edo people, they do something, I call them out. Who tribe help? I beg. There's so many good things about our culture, but if we are honest with ourselves, there are so many bad things in our culture too. So many. And it's not only Igbo culture. It's not only Benin culture. It's not only Yoruba culture. It's all across. So, yeah. They will say, "Oti Jeffo, AJ, auntie, yeah." They will say, "Oti Jeffo, auntie Fule for J." It is well, though. May God help us. Let me go and drink water and rest. Until 7 o'clock. I'll see you guys then. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it, and then let's talk tonight. God bless you guys. Thank you. Love you. If you've not subscribed, please do so. We are onto something. It's helping a lot of people. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see all the testimonies. We have a lot of testimonies, how people have been getting their deliverance from listening to this show. There are so many. People reach out to me all the time. Your show helps me. The insight I get from the callers when they call in, the way they say, people share their testimonies helps me. It's helped me to live. It's helped me to do this. It's helped me to improve myself. It helped me to know that I matter too. I should build myself. So yeah, let's not ignore that. Let's keep doing the work. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tonight. God bless you. Bye, guys.